evening. Welcome to the Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week. Brookland Cayce the Bearcats visiting the Dreer Blue Devils at Memorial Stadium, downtown Columbia, South Carolina. My name is Stacy Huff, joined by my broadcast partner, Joe Cashin. Glad to have you with us. And, Joe, it's a region game on an overcast night. Perfect weather for football, really, but they have a score to settle. Somebody will leave here with their first loss.
Absolutely, Stacy. We're back in Region 5 of 3A football this evening. Gilbert and Swansea last week. Tonight we have Brookland Cayce at Dreer. The winner of this one will have a leg up definitely as we head down the stretch in this region race.
And with that being said, let's get right into it. The key players are watching this ball game, brought to you by the Columbia Police Department. We begin with our visitors, the Bearcats of Brookland Cayce.
All right, big-time running back right here for the Bearcats. William Young, number 1, a senior. Last week, he went for 261 yards and 3 touchdowns. He is a Shrine Bowl selection. He's run, caught, and thrown for touchdowns this season. They're going to do big things on offense. Will Young will be right in the middle of it. Then over on the defensive side of the ball, you've got junior defensive back Javon Edwards. He has 25 tackles this season, 1 pass broken up. He's recovered a fumble. He's also picked one off. This BC defense, very good. Very good at stopping the run, very good at defending the pass. Javon Edwards, the defensive back over there, just a junior, outstanding football player.
Those are the guys to watch for Brookland Cayce, and now for our Columbia Police Department players to watch for Dreer.
For Corey Jenkins, Dreer Blue Devils, you got senior quarterback Colby Fuller, 80 completions this season, 151 attempts. He's thrown for over 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns. Right, you see one right there, just 8 interceptions. He directs this potent Blue Devils attack. Watch this ball right here down the middle. Yes. Perfect ball, right on stride, in the end zone for the touchdown.
And on the defensive side,
you've got the junior linebacker, Willie Smith. He is a force over there for this Blue Devils defense. 46 tackles on the season, 4 tackles for loss. He has also forced a fumble. Blue Devils want to get this Bearcats offense off the field early and often. It's going to be up to Willie Smith leading the way.
Those are our players to watch for both teams, brought to you by the Columbia Police Department. Now for our keys to the game, brought to you by Steve Padgett's Honda of Lake Murray, and let's begin with Brookland Cayce.
Well, you want to run the ball well, and obviously that starts with William Young. That's on offense for BC. On defense, you want to defend against the long pass. Dreer is going to put it up and try to go over the top. If you're Dreer, you don't want to turn the ball over. You want to maximize your possessions. You also want to force BC into passing situations.
There's our Steve Padgett Honda of Lake Murray keys to the game. Go to Steve Padgett Honda of LakeMurray.com today. And Stacy Huff, Joe Cashin here. Glad to have you on the Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week from Memorial Stadium, a region battle coming right at you.
Watch Fox 57 News.
Goes beyond the facts and gives you an inside look into stories impacting you.
We are keeping our students, our faculty and staff safe because they cannot learn in an environment where they do not feel safe.
Holding elected officials accountable and listening to your concerns.
People are taking it to where the people are, and you're expecting people to walk miles to get to the food. That's not humane.
Making your concerns our priority is what makes Watch Fox News local first.
Friday Night Rivals Trophies and Awards are brought to you by Northeast Trophies and Awards, supplying the Midlands trophies since 1976.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Food can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Friday Night Rivals Trophies and Awards are brought to you by Northeast Trophies and Awards, supplying the Midlands trophies since 1976.
Welcome back inside the Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week. We're at Memorial Stadium, downtown Columbia, South Carolina, 1000 South Holly Street to be exact. Brookland Cayce visiting Dreer now for our Palmetto Pride game day forecast. You see it right there, rainy, a little overcast, rain-ish. Temperature 74 degrees, humidity at 48%. Palmetto Pride working together for a litter-free South Carolina. The Blue Devils, your home team. You see the rain on your camera right there coming down just right about now. That's Brookland Cayce making their entrance a moment ago. And it's going to be, Joe mentioned earlier, Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin here in the booth. Joe, it's a region game. Both teams come in 2-0. Get into the meat of the schedule right now, and 3 wins to get you in the playoffs in this region. So this is a big game for a lot of reasons.
No doubt about that, Stacey. As you look at Region 5 3A standings, Gilbert, BC, Dreer all at 2-0 in the conference. Gilbert tonight has Orangeburg-Wilkinson. Figure they're going to probably win that game. BC and Dreer obviously locking up here tonight. The winner of this one leaves 3-0. Gilbert probably will be 3-0 by the end of the night, so we'll see.
That was Will Young on your screen there for a moment. Number one, we talked about him earlier. He'll be a name we'll call a lot. So time for our Will Luke Ray Opportunity School kickoff. For over 100 years, they've been helping students build a better future. And kicking off will be the home team, the Blue Devils, and their dark. Is that black or blue?
That's black.
That's black with the dark with the dark numerals is what we're as announcers. It makes it a little tough. The dark numerals with the white trim, and the white hats,
You're
white
being
pants.
generous.
Yeah, I'm being kind as I can.
You're being kind.
I'm being kind. The white pants, white hats, if you will. The Blue Devils. Kicking off right to left on your screen, and of course the BC Bearcats with the white with the burgundy trim.
And much easier numbers.
Much easier numbers. Look, they always have a little bit of an Oklahoma Sooners look to their.
It's a sharp look, you know. I like the
look,
white hats with that look.
Yeah, back in the 70s, early 80s, maybe the Sooners had a similar motif. Kicking off from the 40, and Will Luke Ray Opportunity School kickoff. And we are underway. Sonic FNR Game of the Week. It is that pooch kick that I don't necessarily love. Caught at the 29-yard line, but no team has ever asked me before the game how I felt about it. So that's a streak that will continue.
They're going to keep the ball out of the hands of Will Young, who's back deep to receive. They just decided to pooch that thing, take their chances.
And that ball was fielded by number 80, Maurer. Let's talk about the Thornwell starting lineups. We're beginning with Brookland Cayce. Sox is your quarterback. Young, the running back. We'll talk about him. Maurer, tight end. Castles, Rollins, Edwards, Holmes. Edwards, the wide receivers, the Holmes, Sox, Ford, Browning, and Leapart, the offensive line, and that first carry is Will Young. It'll be a lot of William Young, and he falls forward for about 6 on that play. Make it 7, and that's, Joe, it's no secret. And by the way, thank you to Thornwell for that starting lineup. BC is here to pound the ball as much as they can.
No doubt about that, and you're going to hand it to that Shrine Bowler, Will Young, get the ball in his hands as many times as they can tonight.
They hand it to him sometimes, they throw it to him sometimes, and he does a lot of this. He's Wildcat. He would take the direct snap. He's warming up at quarterback before the game. There'll be an end around this time. He's going to give, it's going to be a first down carry. We'll get that number in a moment, but it's going to be a first down carry up to the 40-yard line. That's a Southeastern Foundation across base repair first down, and that was number 8 for Brookland Cayce. That was Javon Edwards, a young man we mentioned in the opener as well.
Yep, he was a player to watch on the defensive side of the ball, but he can also carry it, as we saw right there.
Yeah, both these teams will use some kids on both sides of the ball here. Get more of that in 3A than you do on 4 and 5A level. But versatility is key in staying healthy. And Brookland Cayce doesn't dress out a lot of kids. They don't have a very deep roster. They never seem to do that. Now back in at quarterback is number 9, Brogan Sox, 6'1", 185, a junior. Cool name. Sox. There'll be some puns involved in that later in the game. We'll see.
Looks like he's got some white socks on as he starts the game tonight.
Absolutely. Timeout call, Brookland Cayce early. We'll stay right here with them in this 10:47 left. So you see we're only a minute 13 into the proceedings here. It's a homecoming weekend here at the University of South Carolina, and it is also State Fair in town. So with all that being said, as the backdrop of the ball game, there's the Dreer defense brought to you by Thornwell, Howe, Bowen, Jeff Coat. Dave Jeffcoat's a good one, number 55, and Davis. The D-line linebackers, McCullum, Smith, and Bowens. Bowens number 9 there. 2 Bowens in the starting lineup. The defensive backs, Scales, Haygood, Pullman, and Gilmore, the defensive backs. Both teams relatively mixed as far as veteran leaders and youth. And now we have another Wildcat snap to Will Young. He's going to go run to the left side. Well blocked on the left side, and at 9.5, they may give him the first down on that, Joe.
And one of the lead blockers was the quarterback, Brogan Sox. He, just kind of took the direct snap. Did Will Young, took it on the sweep left and moved those chains.
First down, Southeastern Foundation across Fish Repair. First down. We talked about the Thornwell starting lineups. 4,000 children are in foster care across our state and not enough homes to welcome them in. Visit thornwell.org and find how you can become a foster parent today. That's key. Check that out. Thornwell.org if you're interested in being a foster parent. First down snap. Big hit that time. I'll tell you what, that's Jeff Coat, the young man Corey Jenkins told about right there, 55. He's a wide load there now, 6 foot, 295. And boy, he put the thump on Young at the end of that run right there.
I tell you what, Coach Jenkins was talking about it with us before the game. It's like they have to do 2-on-1s in practice. He can't be blocked with one.
This kid is 6 foot, 295, and get some interest from Newberry, I believe, is offered, and some other smaller schools are offered. But this young man can really create havoc along that line of scrimmage. He's a what you call a three-gap.
You talk three-gap, three technique kind of. You find a difference maker in there like that along your defensive front. Those kind of guys are hard to find.
It runs a 5.140. Yes, sir. It runs a 5.140. Well, they got him that time, sucked him inside, and good job by Will Young bouncing that outside, and that was call it a 5-6 yard carry that time after a minimal game on first down. Now it's going to be third and moderate. We'll see if they run a throw here.
Got a 3rd and 6 coming up, Stacy. Big down here for this Dreer defense. See if they can get a stop here.
And you usually can tell what kind of team you have at 3rd and 5. You throw it, you're a throwing team. A running team will run it here. So you kind of identify yourself, to me, by 3rd and 5s. And they're going to run it inside give this time. And room to run. Almost popped that for the big one right there. Needed about 5, got about 16. Southeastern Foundation cross-face repair first down. That carry by Javon Edwards.
Looks like a little counter here. Will Young's going to start to the left, just hands it back, coming back to the right. Just coming this near side is Javon Edwards. He finds a gap and is well blocked up front. That's another first down for BC.
Big hold on that right side, well blocked, without holding, which is key. Edwards 5'9", 160, a junior. We talked about him, as you mentioned, in defense. And again, he'll be used like a Swiss Army knife. So will Will Young. Will Young will play about 4 positions tonight. There's that same end-around play again, this time tripped up, and that's going to be a flag. Our first penalty of the ball game, Joe, and that was number 3, David Daniels, on that carry, but it may come back.
I think this may be holding on.
Let's see what kind of volume we got. We like to see that volume on this white hat, right? Let's see what kind of projection we got here. He's turning it on. Oh, see.
It's going to be half the distance to the goal. It's going to be a first down.
It was a delay. He turned it on and picked him up later. So half the distance, that's a big one.
Got a tripping call here coming up. And
right
you see
there.
It right there. There it
Foul.
is, right there. Yeah, just kind of threw the foot out there and tripped him up. Can't do that. Just step it off.
15 yards. That's the big joker. That's going to be a Southeastern Foundation cross-face repair. First down for Brookland Cayce. He also puts them into the Palmetto Citizens Federal Credit Union red zone. And they'll scrimmage from right there inside the 15-yard line. And they got Dreer on roller skates early. Sox it back in at quarterback. Now check that. Sox to the right of Will Young. Young is going to run down inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line. And that's another flag down, Joe.
It's an interesting formation that BC's coming out in. They're lining up one of their offensive linemen, Jared Holmes, in the backfield, kind of as a lead blocker. Kind of an unusual formation.
And Sox.
There you go.
Holding on the offense, 10 yards from the foul.
Yeah, that's spot foul, 10 yards. That'll put him back in the little Michael Jackson moonwalk action
there
right there.
You go.
There it is.
All right, there
that's
you go.
That's the big play sheet right there. That's the big board. He got the whole chalkboard. He brought the whole chalkboard from your 3rd grade class and just rolled it out of here.
Good heavens, you can see the future with that thing.
Is there a coach behind there?
My goodness, I've never seen a play chart or call sheet that big.
Yeah, it's huge, man. They got a lot going on. And a lot of the plays thus far has been Will Young, left and right.
Well,
not on that formation with the blocker front. The quarterback is also a blocker a lot of times.
He's led several runs.
And this time they're going to give it to Young. And he's just fighting. Looks like the play was over. Just kicked out of a tackle. First man there to get him with those hard-to-see jerseys for the Blue Devils was number 8, John Pullman. Just held on to him. Yeah, the 8s and 9s going to look a lot similar on these uniforms tonight. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and call it about 4, Joe. Call it 5. This time, Sox looks like he's behind center, but who knows who they snap it to. They snapped it to Will Young a couple times. Sox going to give it, and big hit at the line of scrimmage, and good job by Dreer. Just a team meeting. 4 or 5 black jerseys. Holman, one of the first guys in there again.
And credit number 55 in there again, Charles Jeffcoat. Watch him right here. He's just boom. Actually, 44. He kind of cleaned it up, but it was Troy Howe, the defensive end, who made first contact, and then it was Jeffcoat who kind of came in there and cleaned it up. Big stop there for Dreer.
Yeah, no doubt. How? You say? Like that. That's how. That's how right there, 44.
That's him.
See, it's too early for that. I'm going to chill. It's homecoming weekend. Corey Jenkins and the staff trying to get their defense's attention right there. I'll see if they call a timeout right here.
Play clock down to 2. Got to snap it quickly if you're BC.
And they did. Look, he wasn't ready. Looks like Sox might not have been ready.
Yeah,
and they blew it dead. Somebody got a timeout there, I believe, right before the snap. It was a lot of confusion on offense and defense, both sides.
BC got 2 timeouts they burned on this opening possession here.
And we're going to step away from Memorial Stadium. Mr. Sonic, FNR Game of the Week. Glad to have you with us. Scoreless, but we're early. Fair week. Come on back.
The Sonic 2 for $7 deal lets you choose from the Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, or foot-long chili cheese coney. Any 2 for $7. Because that friend that says they only want 1 bite never just wants 1 bite. Sonic 2 for $7 deal. With Sonic Trick or Treat Blasts, you get Oreo cookie pieces, Heath Toffee, and M&M's Minis blended together in one enchanting treat. Give your inner child some dessert, or it might throw a minor temper tantrum. Sonic Trick or Treat Blasts.
We are downtown Columbia, South Cac. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin, I'm here in the booth with you. And the score, as you see, we are scoreless. We're very early here in this ball game. Dreer hosting Brookland Cayce. And, of course, coming up in the Department of Corrections halftime report, we'll introduce you to this week's Scholar Athletes, presented by Crosby Roofing. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to. Call today for a free estimate or visit crosbyroofing.com. Yeah, early on, and it's been really some impressive plays, Joe, by Brookland Cayce, but penalties have kind of slowed them down a little bit on this drive.
Well, they're 9 plays into it, Stacy. This is the opening possession of the game, and they're almost 5 minutes into this drive, too. So, I mean, it's taken a while, and having to burn 2 timeouts. We'll see if that comes back towards the end of this first half when they might need to save some time.
I'm looking forward to this next play here because, again, I tell you how you identify yourself. They're going to empty backfield. This team is, we know that run first and run second. Let's see what the throwing game looks like. They may, well, no, there we go. It will get it backfield. They've been keeping it on the ground, and there it is again, another run. He's going to bounce it outside left and just speed. He's going to run away from everybody and ease into the end zone. That is well blocked without a hold on that left side. Strike up the Brookland Cayce fight song, a South University touchdown for Will Young, the Shrine Bowler.
Well, I tell you what, you watch this run, Stacy. He's so patient. Watch him be patient here. Just kind of sets it up and then boom, puts the foot in the ground, pops it out to the left, and no one has the speed to catch him once he hits that perimeter and he's into the end zone. 18 yards on the score.
Just a superior athlete. O'Brien Leapart, number 51, with a key block on that left side as well. And they're just smiling on the sidelines. 6 foot 170, a Shrine Bowler, as we mentioned. They use him all over the field, and now trying to tack on John Mowers, the 5th. Number 80 there. Hands to the sky. 7-0 BC over Dreer. And Sonic Friday Night Rivals has our first score of the ball game. Stay with us. Come on back. The excitement just beginning from Memorial Stadium.
Because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do.
I like being in charge of others.
My confidence how really build up to start getting here.
This place has shown me it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's something that's gonna get you through every day. It's just something you have to have. And they're making it possible for me because if I wasn't here, I would not be in high school.
At Lexington Medical Center, we're known for advanced procedures and exceptional care. And for the second consecutive year, we've been recognized by U.S. News and World Report as the best hospital in the Columbia metro region and the #2 hospital in South Carolina. It's a distinction of quality that puts us among the best in the nation. Lexington Medical Center, giving our best to care for you.
Back here in the Sonic Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin. Amanda Poole will be back with us next week. 7-0 is your score. And coming up in the Department of Corrections halftime report, we'll talk with 2 educators from today's schools in our Stewart Law Office Educator Spotlight. One moment can change your life. Stewart Law Offices has over 25 years of protecting the rights of the injured. Stewart Law Offices, our Educator Spotlight sponsor. Looking forward to that. As Will Young right there on your screen, number 1. He's a jack of all trades, Swiss Army knife. I was told they used him on defense last week, and he was excellent over there as well. So
yep.
Play him at a little linebacker, a little safety, a little corner, a little quarterback, a little running back, a little receiver.
Stacey, that was a 10-play, 71-yard drive by BC to open this game. 4:52 off the clock. Will Young covered the last 18 on 3rd down.
It's just the talent. Good job blocking, but as you mentioned, his athletic ability just shines through. Time for our Will Lou Great Opportunity School kickoff. For 100 years, they've been helping students build a better future. Kicking off from the 40 will be John Maurer V, number 80.
Watched him in warm-ups. He was pretty impressive.
Yes.
Got a good leg about him.
He does. He has over 100 points in his career, I'm told. And this one's going to be a squib kick, and yeah, that's the desired effect. You want it bobbled, but good job falling on it that time by, that is a 9 on that jersey for Dreer. That is Tyrell Bowens. So they'll take over. Dreer takes over for the first time, Joe, at the 38-yard line. Oh, they're going to mark it at 36. Check that. Time for our throwing wheel starting lineups. Looking at the Dreer offense. Kobe Fuller, we talked about him in the opener. At quarterback, Zion William Hayes. The running back, tight end, Lath Jabali. And the wide receivers, Teasdale, Berry, Croxton. The offensive line, Broadnax, Mickens, Leno, Clarkson, and Nolan. And that's the first snap. Run up the middle, and not a lot happening right there. Give it a yard on that carry. Dreer. That's how they start their offensive attack tonight.
Nehemiah Daniels on the stop for the Bearcats.
So Daniels gets that first stop there. He's a name we expect to call quite a bit for Brookland Cayce. They come in 5-2 overall record. Corey Jenkins, Dreer team 4-3. Both teams 2-0 in the region, as we talked about. Oh, nice. Oh, we thought it was a catch. It was almost, but mishandled that time. Intended receiver number 14, Riley Croxton, the senior.
Pass a little bit behind him. You'll see it, Stacey, right here. And gets good pressure. It's a little bit behind him. Has to go up to try to juggle that thing, pulling in, and there's Will Young lurking back there in the back, back end for BC.
If he doesn't deflect that ball at all, Will Young is going back the other way, and we might be having some more fight song action from Brookland Cayce.
Kobe Fuller got a little pressured right there.
Yes. But we mentioned Will Young playing all over the place. He's at safety right now. And I wouldn't leave it hanging around him too long out there. 3rd and 9. Kobe Fuller. Too many white jerseys over there, going to Croxton again, and well defended. And it's going to be a quick 3 and out for the Blue Devils.
This pass kind of went into traffic right there, Stacey.
It was one of those situations where clearly he had one read, and he was going there either way. And because that, if you got options on that, you don't throw that. You look across the field there. But Fuller's a 2-year starter, and they trust him to turn it loose in this offense. But dangerous pass that time. It'll be Will Young, that guy again. Will Young. Is there more than one Will Young on Brookland Cayce? He's literally everywhere. Scored the touchdown, had a lot of carries, had a tackle, and now he's about to return a punt. If they kick it to him, I wouldn't kick it to him, and they don't. A Dreer player, for some reason, touched the ball at the 35-yard line.
Couldn't quite get out of the way. He was trying to, and just couldn't quite avoid that hop off the turf.
Yeah, sometimes just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And they could have probably got another 5 yards on that, but either way, they got to deal with Will Young. 5 yards may not make that big a difference. So let's see how they respond to the Brookland Cayce offense, Joe. Ball's marked at the 35-yard line. Mauer, the tight end, in the backfield in front of Sox. He's going to lead Will Young into the hole. Young just somehow got 3 yards out of that, maybe 4, and he was bottled up, Joe.
A lot of black jerseys around that line of scrimmage, Stacy. They knew where the ball was going, and yet Will Young is still able to carve himself out about 4 yards out of that.
Yeah, he can dodge raindrops.
He's doing it tonight and dodging defenders, too.
Play tag in a phone booth. William Young, that's the reason he's a Shrine Bowler. They don't just really give those out. That's always a controversial team either way, but that takes nothing away from the kids that make the team. There's always some, you can always say some kids could make it, but I remember Page of Century used to roll that offense right there, a little rolling backfield there. Will Young, and it's going to be goodbye. It's going to be a nice little job. Wait a minute, did I speak too early? Oh, he made me look. See, Will Young, I got a bone to pick with Will Young. You made me call it too early. I was about to strike up the fight song. Southeastern Foundation, cross space, fair first down. Look at this run.
There he goes, 60 yards. Great block there at the point of attack. Gets some really good blocks up front, and there he goes. And I thought he was gone too, Stacy, but let's give credit to Dreer's Jaden Haygood right there. He didn't give up on the play. He chases it down and keeps them for now out of the end zone.
Snack nominee, our State Nutrition Action Coalition Player of the Game nominee. But, yeah, that was a great job by Haygood, not giving up on the play and showing his burst. He has some speed. Drew was like, wait a minute, we have athletes too. I was about to call it, man. And here we go, the next play, and it's going to be Will Young. Will Young.
Okay.
They gave it to, it was a big, I tell you what, big job up front for Dreer, but not enough. He barely got in. South University touchdown, strike up that Brookland Cayce fight song, but take a look at this, Joe. He forgot it. He got in barely.
73 out there. He's just kind of. He stuck the ball out right there at the end. Stuck it over the goal. And he gets in for his second touchdown tonight.
Yeah, that was Willie Smith, the linebacker. We talked about the junior, but yeah, he did stick it out. But I tell you what, Dreer showed a lot of fight there. Two different plays. They're going to be down 2 scores, but Mauer's in to kick the extra point now. He's 1 for 1 and going for 2 for 2 now. Hands to the sky. 14 BC. Dreer 0. Brookland Cayce have the ball twice. They scored twice, and Dreer's only had the 1 possession. So, Joe, there's a look at Will Young on the sideline. They're getting a nice drink of water, well deserved. We'll take a look again right here.
He just goes off that. Just goes off that left side and gets there, and of course, it was a big 60-yard run, the play previous, that set all that up as he dashed. Yeah.
Here it is, Joe. Let's talk about this. Y'all look at talk about the blocking here, Joe.
He gets big blocks, big number 73 out in front of him, too. That's Jarrett Holmes. You watch the block right there. Mauer's also out there, gets a good block. And then 71, give credit for him. Corey Jones, he leveled a defender.
That's just good effort right there by 3.
That's great effort, too, by Jaden Haygood, the senior defensive back, who is able to chase him down at the 1, kept him out of the end zone temporarily, but eventually Will Young will not be denied his second score.
Yeah, there's a lot of Will Young in this ball game, but again, I got to give Haygood some real props, man. That's just
hustle.
And I don't, we talked to Corey Jenkins before the game. I talked to him on the phone yesterday for a long time, and known him for a minute. That's the kind of, that's the character he had. The guy that, had a minor league baseball career, and we'll talk about him a little bit more, and played for the Gamecocks at quarterback. Miami Dolphins, stayed in the league for a while. Toughness is going to be his thing, his mantra. Effort and toughness is what he's all about, and that play kind of summed it up. But Brookland Cayce, how impressive have they been offensively?
Yeah, that was a 3-play, 65-yard drive in just over a minute.
Will look great opportunity to score kickoff. Mauer, another squib. That's going to be offsides on Brookland Cayce. He staggers his steps right before he kicks, and I think that may throw the timing off with his.
Them off a little bit, I think.
Yeah, and at that time they got him. And there's no doubt they squib kicking it every time, but he's.
That's interesting. He doesn't drive the ball deep. I mean, he's got a leg. We've watched him in warm up.
And he's a kicker at 6'3", 220. He's a tight end. So he's got the strength, but sometimes that's a mental thing, lining those feet up right there. And again, if you're mainly a tight end and you're not practicing getting those steps up, it's going to be a thing. But they're I don't know what they've done the rest of the season, but tonight they're definitely trying to force Dreer into some pressure ball handling situations right here. If the wrong guy gets the ball, they're going to flip the field on him and turn it over. So you got to be really careful if you're Dreer. He's going to squib it again. Well, watch him stagger his steps right at the point of kicking the ball. Will do great opportunity to kick off. There he did it again. Another squib kick, and this time they're going to let it go out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 35-yard line.
First kick is out of bounds, and do it on 10. I think 35 yards.
So I think it's early, Joe, but I think it's pertinent that Dreer puts a drive together.
Yeah, there's a long way to go here, Stacy, but you kind of get the feeling the way this thing is unfolded at the start that Dreer needs to put something together. A 3 downs now is not going to work here. They need to string together a couple of first downs and at least try to flip this field some, gain a little bit of field position. If not, put some points on the board. There he is.
Jenkins on your screen right there. Second year here, career record 6-11. Second season, missed the playoffs by a game. But, you know, he was a 24th pick in the first round. A lot of people forget he was a first-round Major League Baseball pick for the Red Sox. Got as far as Double-A. Came home, went to JUCO for a year, and a couple years and came and played for Lou Holtz at USC from 2001 to 2003. Played quarterback. Ended up getting drafted in the 6th round by the Dolphins. And we'll talk about Rusty Sharpie now. Another penalty.
They're gonna make him kick it again.
Yeah, I don't blame it's a smart move. Sharpie's 13th season at Brookland Cayce. Didn't realize it's been that long. 83-60. Got as far as the lower state, I think it was.
He's twice went to the 3A state semifinals in 16 and 17. Both times lost to Dillon. Really good Dillon teams too. Yeah, he's a good coach.
He really is. Played baseball and football at Clemson. Walked on the football team, played a little bit, and was a baseball guy there as well. So Reed Sharpie family, the Sharpie name rings out in the Marlboro County area and across the state. And another squib kick. They're gonna make him handle the ball. So there it is, fielded cleanly on a big hop. And that's a talented kid with the ball right there, dancing around a little bit. I thought it was Kobe Fuller. It's hard to see those numbers. That was 3, the young man that showed that burst of speed earlier. That was Jaden Haygood. But you talk about these coaches, you got a Clemson alum and a Gamecock alum going against each other here.
I just can't get over that call sheet that Rusty Sharpie has. I love it.
Yeah, it's big.
You can put every play that's been designed in football.
You can't miss it. You can't miss it. Thornwell starting lineup: Brookland Cayce, Daniels, Holmes, Matthews the D-line, Weed, Plain, Brown, and Rose the linebackers. Defensive backs: Edwards, Young, Ori, and Boston for the Brookland Cayce defense. So Brookland Cayce has a Boston and a Sox on their lineup.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Nice run around the end that time, and looked like it had more room and a good tackle there by Brookland Cayce, and I thought it was going to be more than a first down. And
William Hayes showed the speed right there, a little sweep to the right.
Yeah,
good run.
And that was Javon Edwards that shut it down because I thought that was going for about 15. He got about 6 though, make it 7. That's the best play. They're going to give him 8. That's the best play of the ball game thus far for Dreer. They've only had the ball 4 plays, Joe, as we know. So, and now we have, this is going to be another pre-snap penalty. This is going to be on the offense.
Counting heads out there.
Might be 12. Or was it nothing to see here? Please move along. It's 12. Illegal substitution. Dreher had an extra one out there. That's a good way to. That'll work though. That'll work though. I'll take it, Joe, if I can get away with it.
Yeah, unfortunately, they didn't.
No, clearly did not. Yeah, the 12th man has number 12 on.
Yeah,
so number 12,
how ironic is that, huh?
So number 12 runs off the field and a little reverse skate. That's Cody Jenkins right there. One explanation. He's not a happy camper.
Yeah, you can't make those kind of mistakes when you have a big gain on first down. You're ahead of the chains.
Yes. So now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Good room on the left side again. The burst of speed. And I'll tell you what, Zion Williams-Hayes has some giddy up, but he got knocked down by a good player himself, Keenan Rose. Watch Rose at the end of this.
Yeah, and he gets to the edge out here. But watch that block right there by number 10. That's Laith Jabali out there leading the way. Gets a good block, kind of kick out right there. Paves the way for a first down and a fresh set of downs.
That is a Southeastern Foundation cross base repair first down for the Blue Devils. Williamson getting a lot of work here. These last few plays. Shotgun snap over to Fuller. Good throw. Hey, wait, he got a little swing out there, a little muscle on that. That's the wide receiver that Jenkins was telling us about before the game. Caleb Berry, a sophomore.
Just 15 years old.
6'2". He's got a chance to be a good one, man. Got the frame. Caleb Berry, Rory likes him a lot. Caught it and immediately got upfield. Gain of about 6. Dreher has something cooking now, Joe.
You want to play ahead of the chains. Good gain on first down.
This time they're going to give again. This left side has been good to him. Speed on speed. Good, big hit that time. And guess who?
Guess who?
Will Young.
That's one-on-one crime right there.
One-on-one, absolutely. One-on-one. Hall & Oates. We'll be proud of that.
This looked like it had potential, and I love the way he runs, just hard, and then all of a sudden here comes Will Young into the picture. That's enough of that.
It's enough. He shut that down like what?
We going to it already?
Yes.
We in the first quarter,
First quarter, like a fire marshal at a frat house party. Shut him down. Send him home. And he looked like a first down, and he said, nada nunca. 1 yard short. 2 yards short. Will Young is doing a little bit of everything, though. I heard he had some big hits in the game last week as well.
Yeah, one right there.
Third, and they're calling it 1. It's like a little 2 yard. Just keep it on the ground. Picking his way, and it's going to be short. It's going to be about a yard short. Slow developing play.
It was kind of slow developing. Took a while to get there. And that was Luca Cruz right that time, and trying to pick his way through traffic. All right at the midfield stripe. They're a good yard and a half, and we'll see what Corey Jenkins, good yard and a half short. Let's see how he plays it.
Corey Jenkins likes Luca Cruz, too. He says he's a kid that when he gets on that edge now, he's something special. So they ran him up the middle that time, but he likes Cruz a lot. A junior, number 15. Thinks he has a chance to maybe get to play on some Saturdays. And let's see if they give it to him again. 4th and a long 1 right here. Ball right at midfield. They're going to throw it. And they're going, he couldn't hold on. Got hit. And they're going to call it incomplete. Look at the hesitation of the referee right there. They went to the sophomore, Caleb Berry.
And credit Isaiah Ori, junior defensive back over there, number 12. He got in there and kind of got into that mix and broke that pass up, and that's a big stop for BC.
Yeah, the timing was perfect. And giving BC the ball in midfield, I understand going for it, though. I'm not even criticizing it. It's just, it does Corey Jenkins on your screen. It looks like he can still play a couple snaps.
That's what I thought when we went and talked to him before the game, Stacey. He still looks good.
Yeah, that fella's in shape, man. So this dangerous Brookland Cayce offense, they have no wides in the formation, and the cornerback clearly blitzed, and he just mistimed it for Dreer.
You got a dead ball outside the defense.
Cameron Gilmore. You got to try something, though.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be aggressive. You want to try to mix things up right here. Get into that backfield quickly because you know where the ball is going. It's going to number 1. I want to try to create some havoc in there, but just a little premature.
Look at that play sheet right there. You can't miss it. Where did I put my play sheet? Where did I put it?
If he loses that, holy mackerel.
Has anybody seen my play sheet?
I'll tell you what.
Everybody's seen your play sheet. There's a lot on there, man, including lunch orders. A little misdirection in the backfield and good. I tell you what, Dreer's lately, since that big run earlier, even that touchdown, they've been coming off the ball a little more aggressively, Joe. 2nd and 4. So let's see if Dreer can get off the field here. Ball's at the 44-yard line. And they got 2 linemen in the backfield in front of Will Young. And I tell you what, he didn't get it. It's going to be just a little bit short. The only problem is if you're Dreer, it's short, it's close enough, they'll probably go for it.
Well, 2 downs to get it if you want to. Give credit to Willie Smith right there. He really closed in on that hole and shut that thing down quickly. Held Will Young to a short game. I tell you what, I think it
was 3rd down before. You already started down.
I think Coach Sharpie's got everything on that play sheet except the pregame meal recipe, and he might even have that on there.
He might even have that.
He might have that on there.
Some coordinates to get us home tonight. With GPS coordinates in there. And they're going heavy jumbo again that left side. It's going to be hard to stop them from getting a yard. And I tell you what, he's going to get the first down, but Dreer is firing off that ball differently in the last few snaps now. And that guy right there, 4, is a leader.
He really is.
In that category.
He's been a big-time player these last couple of snaps. Willie Smith, junior linebacker. You see him right here. Again, 2 big lead blockers, and Smith just flying to the ball right there, trying to get a stop. And at BC, they get a fresh set of downs here as we wind down the first quarter.
He had that big hit at the goal line before. It was a touchdown, but he thumped. That was a Southeastern Foundation cross space repair first down for Brookland Cayce. They're really mounting up the first downs. They've been churning it out on the ground in this first quarter. This could be the last play of the first quarter. Will Young around that right side. And that's a decent tackle there by John Pullman, but too many yards to give up on first down.
Yeah, and this is the Will Young show here in the first quarter for BC. No mystery as to where that football is going.
Yeah, they're gonna let the clock wind down. Looks like we're gonna shut down the first quarter and head to the other end of the field here. It'll be second down when we start the second quarter. But Will Young has been the man of the hour so far in this ball game. We'll step away as the Sonic FNR Game of the Week from Memorial Stadium.
Watch Fox Sports Zone. More sports coverage than anyone else in the Midlands.
Our Sportscast is the only nightly 30-minute show dedicated to sports right here in the Midlands.
With the largest local sports team, we cover all of the Midlands, from your favorite college teams to your local high school. Watch Fox Sports has you covered.
From interviews with coaches and players to analyzing the plays, we take you to the sideline and inside the huddle.
Watch Fox Sports Zone, sponsored by Lexington Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
I'm a firefighter. I was inside of a structure fire and I had a partial collapse. The roof came down on me, knocked me to my knees, and ended up getting drug out. Stewart Law Offices was able to get me the help I needed to be able to get back to work. They fought for me. They helped me with every step of the way. If I had a question, I could call them at any time. They called me with updates all the time. If you've been hurt and need help, you should call Stewart Law Offices.
I get thanked a lot for being out in the community, walking, being a police officer. It's not like I did anything special or anything like that. You're doing your job, but you do get thanked from the community. They're grateful.
I'll put Columbia up against a lot of larger cities as far as interaction with law enforcement. I think we're on the positive side. We're not on the negative side.
You have to experience this for yourself. Come find your center at the Columbia Police Department.
Hey folks, Steve Padgett here. We know that price is a very important factor when choosing a dealership to do business with. Getting you the best price in our sales and service department is the easy part. Here at Steve Padgett's Honda of Lake Murray, not only do we deliver incredible sales and service prices, we deliver an exceptional customer experience. That's why we are the Columbia Metro's only Honda President's Award winning dealership. So remember, before you buy, give Steve a try. Give us a call, 1-800-MY-HONDA, or visit hondaoflakemurray.com.
Welcome on back inside the party known far and wide as the Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week. Stacey Huff and the legend Joe Cashin, the radio play-by-play voice of Coastal Carolina in the booth. Amanda Poole will be back with us next week. There's Rusty Sharpie right there, two-sport athlete at Clemson. Come from an athletic family, a coaching family. And BC has been
had a very successful run at BC.
They've been one of the winningest programs in the area the last decade or so.
Mm-hmm.
We've had them on our airways a couple times. Had them at Blythewood one year. We actually did the only playoff game I've ever done, not a championship game, the only playoff game I've ever done in my 7 or 8 years here. I guess 7 years here was with Sonic Friday Night Rivals. We did a Camden, Brookland Cayce playoff game at Camden. So
that was a heck of a game, too.
It really was. So I've seen a lot of Rusty Sharpie's team. They play hard. They're physical. And then here we go again with a wildcat snap on the right side. Oh, they stumbled and still got in the end zone. If he didn't go out of bounds, it's going to be, they got to put those hands up at some point. They're checking with each other.
I think he stepped out back
and the
around
referee's
the
going to say,
25.
put that, so it was not a South, they're talking about it. A lot of conversations. Did he go out of bounds? If he did, it's going to be right around the 25-yard line maybe. He did a crab drill a little bit. He skirted the sideline. He showed the footwork, the dexterity, the adroitness. The balance. And the hands out. They're having a conversation. What really happened? Joe, I don't know.
I don't know either, Stacey. I'm not sure what's going on here. There's a penalty holding.
Okay, there you go. So that makes the whole thing a moot point. It's not mute. Mute means you can't hear anything.
I didn't think he stepped out.
It's a moot point.
Yeah, I didn't think he stepped out of bounds. I didn't think he was all that close, to be honest. Well, looking right here. No.
Play.
No, he never went out of bounds.
No, he never got out. He was a little closer than I thought, but it's all, like you said.
It's a moot point.
A moot point. That's their fourth penalty tonight, BC, by the way.
Wow. And we thought it was a South University touchdown. We thought it was a lot going on, but it was not out of bounds. It was not a touchdown. Nothing to see here. Please move along. But a hold. So the ball's going to be at the 35-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and 5 after all that. Wildcat snap again. This time he's going to give this the play they had early in the ball game for a first down. This time, good job by Dreer.
Javon Edwards on the carry, but he is stuffed right at the point of attack. Troy Howe in there on the stop for Dreer.
Listen, how
do you do?
How like that.
That's it. Also give credit. Also, we talked about Charles Jeffcoat.
Yes, he's really done
dominant 3 technique for them.
Plugging up. In that position, for the folks at home that may or may not know, you just want to occupy blockers. I mean, that's a lot of what that is. To just occupy blockers and the linebackers make tackles, and that's Will Young again, just spinning his way out of tackles. I mean, you got to be serious about tackling this young man. You can't bring half an effort. That's a Southeastern Foundation crawl space repair first down, and he's just not going to give up on the plane.
And Dreer did not have this poorly defense, I didn't think. I thought they had numbers in there. They got a lot of guys in the box. Just watch this right here. A couple of missed tackles, opportunities right there, and he's just able to shed those tackles right there, pick up a first down.
The kid's talented, man. He's getting a good job up front. Let's get at the line, doing well, but he gets the last 5 or 6 yards is on him every time.
Yep.
He's just got quicks, and he's got deceptive strength. The ball's at the 21-yard line, just outside of the Palmetto Citizens Federal Credit Union red zone. And guess who might get it right here? They've given it to him directly. They've let somebody else touch it first and give it to him, but usually he gets it. And his time he has it first. It's going to be right side to Javon Edwards.
Counter again, going back the other way, a little opposite action there.
Yeah, they're in the Palmetto Citizens Federal Credit Union red zone, but they like that play, though.
They do.
But Edwards not a big guy, but runs hard.
Because they know that one is the focal point, and that's where the eyes are going to go first.
And if he ever pulls it out of there, it's going to be the backside. It's going to be wide open. Here we go again. Wildcat with 2 linemen in front of Will Young. It wasn't Will. Sox took the snap, and he needed 2 yards for a first down, and got about 4. Southeastern Foundation cross space repair first down. Dreer needs a turnover or a stop right here.
Big time.
Bad.
Big time.
10-20 left in the second quarter. Game is not going for a game with a lot of running plays. It's going kind of slow because of penalties mainly. Young again dancing on that right side, and decent job bottling him up that time, but he still got about 3, Joe.
Let's give some credit up front. BC doing a really good job. Give credit in there to Jarrett Holmes. He's in there. Ja'Cory Jones, Franklin Likes. Some of these, the big guys up front.
A lot of
Camden
hands on
Sox.
Yep, a lot of hands on hips on both teams right now. Physical ball game. And it's going to be more of that. They're going to try to beat them about the head and shoulders right here. They're trying to bludgeon them. Give to Young again behind the 2 big bodies, and good job again up front from Dreer getting to the ball, but it's going to be a flag down, and we'll see if it's a hold. And they got a player down, too. The players are called as a player down. And when it's that obvious and everybody's waving, that means some screaming is going on there. There's some yelling going on.
Yep.
Yeah, the players and the referee were gesturing to come see about this player, so he's in some agony right there. So we'll attend to the player, and I think I don't want to speculate, but I think I know who the player is. We'll wait till we know for sure. Wait till we know for sure.
I do too. But
yeah, that's Coach Sharpie on your screen right there.
That's exactly who we thought it was. John Allen Maurer.
Yep.
He looks okay though. He's getting up under his own power, which is good to see that.
Yeah, favoring that left leg a little bit. He's a senior tight end, and also the kicker.
Chop block called against.
Yes.
Block below the waist, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and of course, Dreer's going to take that. Again, they're doing better. There are plays where you can see a difference than that first couple of drives where they're really coming off the ball and they're getting off blocks a little better, but it's just a heavy dose of Will Young.
Yeah. Hard to deal with that.
We get the feeling it's a matter of time, but we just pops it. Like it's always a step away from getting outside and going the distance. So it's going to be 3rd and goal. Or check that 2nd and goal.
I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Stacy, I don't think the BC's put the ball in the air one time tonight.
You're right.
Everything has been on the ground.
Yeah.
Everything.
And you know what? And there's no need. If they're getting so much on first down, I don't think they're trying to pass either.
22 plays from scrimmage, all been runs.
See that big play?
Unofficially, by the way.
That big play sheet just says run.
Yeah, the other side just says run the ball.
Run.
That's all. It's got all the stuff on the one side. Run the ball on the other.
Right, exactly. It's the TV guide. The TV guide's on one side.
TV guide.
You got after the game, you got to unwind. I mean, there's a lot of options out there. Got to watch the replay of this on watch.com, for instance. Will Young's going to cut back, just dancing and just dragging. This kid is stronger than he looks. and just spins down, Joe. He got hit about the 6-7 yard line. He's going to end up at the 1.5 yard line. Take a look at this.
Yes, I mean, still good blocking up front, but still watch Will Young. Just kind of sets up his blocks, cuts it back right there, gets a good lane to run in. And he's just taking guys with him all the way down to about the 2, maybe the 1.5.
Yeah. I mean, there he is, right? He's just the man among boys. Again, that's Shrine Bowler. And he's the one that's a Swiss Army knife. He got interest from Coastal, I'm hearing, and other schools. And it got to be a matter of time for somebody to really go ahead and locks this kid up and gives him that full ride he needs to play on Saturdays.
Gotta get another penalty, though, on PC.
Coach Sharp is like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But they were blocking really well earlier. Maybe it was too well. Maybe it was, ball's now at the they're outside the Palmetto Citizens for the Credit Union.
And this goal, this will be the longest goal-to-go situation we've seen all season.
Still second down. So I think the bad part is they still got 2 plays. They still got 3 downs if they want to take them. Get the ball in the end zone. Now, if you're going to pass at all, Joe, wouldn't this be the time?
I would think so, Stacy.
And they're going to run it. Oh, fooled me. Throw left, wide open. Gain of about 6 on that, and it goes to number 7, Jaden Rollins.
That's a good tackle out here, too. By Cameron Gilmore kind of closed down, made the stop. Rollins on the catch, junior.
Big receiver.
Yep, 6'3", 190. That's looking good getting off the bus, isn't it?
Absolutely. I'd be asking for the ball a little bit more. Because I know we like to run it, but let's throw. Now they're going the heavy jumbo again. Sox under center. He's going to pull it out. Now they pass happy all of a sudden. Wide open, running lonesome. In the end zone, Maurer leapt off the field earlier. It's a South University touchdown. Strike up the Brookland Cayce fight song. I guess he's better.
Watch this play. This is a great fake. Everybody thinks it's going to Will Young, and you can see him point back there because he knows he's got it. Maurer running to the corner. Will Young, he just blazes his hand. He said, that's here. We got it. And then, boy, right on target. One of that pass right there. Broken socks right there to John Allen Maurer, and big tight end, 6'3", 220.
Smart kid as well. We'll talk about him later in the broadcast. The kicker, plays tight end and kicker, outstanding in the classroom as well. Over 100 career points in his, kicking for Brookland Cayce, and they're straight down the middle. Dead solid, perfect. Hands to the sky. 21-0, 21-0. Brookland Cayce over Dreer. And this, the Sonic FNR game of the week. Come on back in.
If your roof has experienced the wrath of Mother Nature's high winds and rain, Crosby Roofing in Columbia has your home covered. Before, during, and after a storm, trust Crosby Roofing to work with your insurance company to repair and restore your home's exterior. Notice a leaking roof or damage after a storm? Timing is important, so call or visit our website to schedule a free inspection.
Crosby Roofing and Gutters. Quality you can look up to.
Welcome back inside the FNR Game of the Week, brought to you by Sonic. Stacy Health, Joe Cashin up here in the booth. Man, the pool normally with us. She'll be back with us next week. And coming up in the Department of Corrections halftime report, we'll talk with 2 educators from today's schools in our Stewart Law Office Educator Spotlight. One moment can change your life. Stewart Law Offices has over 25 years of protecting the rights of the injured. Stewart Law Office. It's been a long first half. Somebody somewhere, Jill, is probably saying they're making fun of the coaches sheet. They need to stop. Probably not going to stop, though. Little great opportunity school kickoff coming up. This Brookland Cayce kicking off right to left. They're in all white. Burgundy trim, though. That's going to be out of bounds again. They'll put it at the 35-yard line unless Dreer makes them kick it again.
Well, Dreer's done it tonight.
Yeah. Referee's like, what's the call? He's going to make him kick it again from back there.
Stacy, that BC scoring drive, 11 plays, just 50 yards after the 11 plays, 50 yards, 5:36 off the clock. John Allen Maurer, 15-yard pass from Brogan Sox, and then Maurer tacked on the point after touchdown. So.
Will Lou Gray. Over 100 years, we've been helping students build a better future. For anyone who's wondering why he's kicking it, he's gambling that he can feel the squib kick and get past the 35. That out of bounds, you get at 35. He's gambling that he can pick it up and get a little better than that, and they're not going to because they bobbled it right there. So now the kickoff, the blocking has to be there, and there's too many white jerseys. The ball's going to be at the 20, so now it looks like a bad decision. If they squib it and you get at the 40, it's a good decision. This time, Maurer put a little extra on it, and Dreer takes over at the 20, Joe. I said when it was 14-0, it seemed like it was early, but it needed a drive. Now it's later, and it's 21-0, still in the first half, but you get the feeling Dreer has to occupy the football and get something on the board.
No question about that. And typically, Stacy, the ball goes out of bounds. I think just go ahead and take it where
normally,
what you'd like to do right there. But at any rate,
and also though, if you got a guy with the speed of a Zion Williams-Hayes back there or Jaden Haygood, I might take a shot.
Might go ahead and roll the dice.
Yeah, see if you can pop one. Yep, and score quickly. Kobe Fuller, the quarterback, takes the shotgun snap, and around the right end, just quicks on this side right here. Getting out of bounds, gain of 9 real quick that time. But the young man I just mentioned, Joe, that was Zion William Hayes, the senior.
He runs hard, Stacy. I like this guy. I know we're talking a lot about Will Young, and he deserves a lot of the pub that we're giving him tonight because he's obviously a big-time player. But I tell you what, number 1 for Dreer is pretty good, the way he runs hard and with purpose.
He really does, and they do a good job on that, especially the right side. They've had some success a couple times getting him out in some space. They run that corner off and run behind that. They're going to try it this time up the middle, and he needed a yard, and he got about 3, so it'll be a first down. Dreer, Southeastern Foundation, cross base repair, first down. Again, they need to keep the chains moving and end up with some points on this. This game will get away from them fast.
Occupy clock and go get some points and get back into this thing. Still a long way to go, 8+ minutes to go first half.
Without a doubt.
So you want to play ahead of the chain and try to go get some points on the board here.
Without a doubt. Looking that way, and that's the young man, the sophomore receiver, and he's going to have another first down. That is the sophomore, number 13, Caleb Berry. Nice throw, nice catch. Southeastern Foundation, first down.
It's a good throw here by Colby Fuller. Kind of gets himself squared up nicely, then just delivers the ball right on target. Back-to-back first downs for Dreer. This is exactly what they needed.
Absolutely, without a doubt. Ball's at the 44-yard line. They got a good spot there. They're moving those, taking a while to get those chains over on the other side moved. Nobody huddles anymore, so Dreer's at the line of scrimmage. Give again to William Hayes. He got the left side again. When he gets outside, he's got the quickness, and it's going to be a late flag. There'll be a hold, a block in the back.
You go get a block in the back. You can kind of see that from here. They try to get the block on the corner over there to try to spring William Hayes, but that's pretty evident. There was a shove in the back across the way.
And that's what you talked about earlier, what Dreer needed. This is what they don't need.
Yeah, you can't go marching backwards.
No doubt. And we get the call here.
Block in the back on the offense, 10 yards from the spot or the end of the road.
Joe Cashin called that from the booth. Joe tried to throw a flag, y'all, but we have a glass in here. He couldn't get it on the field. He saw it early. He's the first one to see that.
It's their 4th penalty.
Yeah.
That's a big one, too, because you're ahead of the chains, and you've got anything you kind of want to do on second down at mid-range, and now it's first down, basically first down at 15. Oh.
Yeah. Another flag. Earlier we saw a background shot there of athletic director Dreer, Daryl Jarvis. One of the best hires he's made is hiring Corey Jenkins, I think.
I think so, too.
Corey Jenkins comes back home, and there's Coach Sharpie right there. Again, 13 years ago, they made a good hire over at Brookland Cayce, bringing him there. I did a game, his first or second game there ever. He's an interesting fellow to talk to. And,
got a dead ball.
A dead ball. Just Dreer now just absolutely just hurting themselves.
Yeah.
That's Sharpie right there. We mentioned him being a baseball, football guy at Clemson, Marbury County guy. Jenkins, we mentioned, is at home. He's back home again.
Yes.
The last time, he told me on the phone yesterday, the last time Dreer won a playoff game was 1994, his senior year. Corey Jenkins is the quarterback last time they won a playoff game. So
That's
he's trying
hard to believe.
Yeah, he said he came back here to right that. So they're going to try to get into the playoffs. And once you get in there, you got to, peak at the right time and make some moves. He said he's not just trying to win a region championship. He coming here he wants to get the mindset here to one day try to win a state championship.
Dreer's a high school that's been around for a long time, been playing football since 1947.
Wow. That's almost old as I am. I was in high school back then myself. I was in the freshman class.
I was in the Chesterfield freshman class of 47.
Yeah, me and Lou Holtz was in the same room. We had studied hard together. 6:43 on the first half clock. 2nd and 18, Joe. That's a long distance phone call now.
It is.
You need a cutoff man to make that throw. And they're going to put Fuller back, looking over the middle, and he threw in the traffic. I tell you what, I think it hit the ground, but if it's called us a first down, but that's going to be close. It skipped. It was a short hop.
Yeah.
The guy there on the spot who tried to fool the refs was Jaden Haygood, the senior.
That's it right here.
A foot short.
Oh, it's close, but you'll see it right there.
Oh.
Bobble there. That's a lot closer than I thought,
He might have
Stacey.
got his hands under that.
That's a lot closer than I thought.
He didn't argue too hard.
He didn't argue too. I think it caught the turf. But
it might have. You'd like to see Fuller get a little bit more.
If high school had, if this plays under review, I'd like to see what.
50-50, right? At least 50-50. And Dreer needed that, Joe.
They needed something like that. They still have one more down to pick something up, but they could have used that play right here.
And we need it too, because
Let's see this again.
I mean, close ball games, don't we, Joe?
Yeah, if we can get one. This is great camera work. Let's see here. It's I think so. I think you see some pellets kind of fly up right there. So so that's closer to one I thought it was going to be.
Me too. I thought it was a no-brainer.
Great camera work by our people.
Middle screen set up. He needs a block. It's going to be close. He's got a chance. It's going to be a first down. Depending on the spot. I don't know if he's getting the best spot, but that's going to be a first down. Is that flag down? Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. We can to the Flag-a-Palooza portion of the program now. This is where the white hat gets more lines than Joe Cashin.
Oh, they can wave it off. Good.
Nothing to see here. Please move along.
Good.
First down. Southeastern Foundation Cross Space Repair. First down for Dreer. And again, they need it like nobody's business. Coach Jenkins coaching them up hard.
Let's see. Have they? They have signal move the chains. That's a great concept. The little middle screen right there is what they set up. Get some blocking, get some defenders up the field, and go right in behind them. Get some running space out there, and that's what they did. I think they want to bring this and measure.
It's a bad spot. To me, it wasn't a good spot, Joe. I thought he had it.
I thought he had it too, but
when they measured it,
where they have that ball spotted, it's going to be. Chain gang needs to.
Man,
out there.
I don't believe in reffing the score, but this is a 21-point game. And it's that close, man. I mean, that's just me. It's the first down. I mean, I look for eyeballing it here. If the ball's on the.
Okay, so now they've.
I don't understand.
Looking at the ball, look at the chain. That's first down.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like
should be first down.
But I'm an older gentleman, and my eyes aren't great.
Yeah, it's first down.
It looks like it's got to be a first down.
Yep.
I tell you, me and Lou Holtz are in the same graduating class in high school.
Well, that's a huge pickup right there, Stacey, for that Dreer offense to be able to pick up a fresh set of downs and just try to get something going here midway through this second quarter. They need it badly.
Without a doubt. With 6:21 to play, it'd be huge for Dreer to crack the scoreboard here going into halftime. Kobe Fuller's in the shotgun with a very fast William Hayes to his left. 4 wide receivers in the formation. Up the middle, got room. He's going to bounce it out. Tell you what, that's a good job that time by the line, first of all, and by William Hayes, getting a gain of about 7, Joe.
I think you're kind of reading the box, too, and seeing the defenders up there. You watch Fuller right here. He's hand it off, and you got numbers. You win the numbers game, and that's a good tackle by Jamarian Brown for BC. But that's what you want. 6 yards on first down for Dreer. Sets everything up.
Yeah, 6 up, 2nd and 4. Number 70, Caleb Mickens, the junior offensive lineman, with a big block there to spring him for those last few yards. And they're going to bring in Cruz now. The other back I told you about, he gets outside, got a nice burst. Cruz needed 4, got about 7. Southeastern Foundation Cross Space Repair, first down for Dreer, and they have something cooking, Joe. They cannot let penalties. It's always been 2 or 3 good plays and a penalty. They got to break that trend.
Cruz, he just kind of cruised out there to the corner. We had a kid named Cruz last week.
Sure did.
And
Smokey Robinson.
Crew had Crew Morris last week, and
Sure
this week we got
Luca Cruz.
Luca Cruz. He just kind of cruised to the corner, picks up another first down.
He says, "My name is Luca." It was on the second floor. Shotgun formation. You don't remember that song, Joe. Cruz again around the right side. He's going to try to outrun the angle. Did not. Good job. And guess who? This man has been called a lot. That is Mauer. John Allen Mauer has scored a touchdown. He's kicked extra points. He's kicked off, and now a big first down tackle.
A yard loss. They just couldn't get the corner turn. They couldn't get Mauer blocked and accounted for out there. And you string that out.
Yeah.
You're BC. You can get defenders over there. That's a good job defensively.
Yeah, Mauer did a good job getting lateral that time at 6'3", 220. Showed some speed. A little confusion with Dreer on the offensive line right here. Play clock at 1. Got to snap it. Almost, did he get it off? It was close. Oh, that time went back to the young man he threw to the first 2 plays of the ball game, Riley Croxton. He could have got a big hit delivered that time. It was a dangerous area, but
Javon Edwards, too, had a real shot at that from safety.
Take a look at
Stacy. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of into traffic there, and Edwards had a real chance at this. You'll see it right here. He just kind of goes over the middle, kind of into traffic. Watch Javon Edwards come up right there. He almost times that to get the pick.
That was malfunction junction right there.
There's a lot of stuff going on right there, and it really wasn't good for Dreer.
3rd and 9.
Well, we may have a penalty against BC.
And I never saw the flag down
I didn't
there.
either.
Never saw the flag. Ball's going to be moved to the 30-yard line. Still going to be 3rd and what would be considered long, about 6 yards. 3rd and about 6. So if it was a 5-yard penalty, how's it a 4-yard penalty? It's 3rd. They call it 3rd and 5, but it was 2nd and 9, so I'm not sure what the penalty was. Under 4:20 to play, the first half. And this is the young man, that linebacker that runs it a good bit. And that's a grown man right there. That's a grown man.
Watch him lineman just push him.
Yes, that's a tush push. That's Willie Smith. That's Willie Smith, the linebacker.
Look at these guys. Caleb Mickens was in there to shove that pile. Give credit to 64. Jay Sean Broadnax. They just said, you know what, here, we're going to shove this pile as far as we can get it down the field.
Look at the young man. That's a grown young man right there.
That is.
Southeastern Foundation cross space repair first down into the Palmetto Citizens Federal Credit Union red zone. And he's only ran it a few times. He has 20 carries for 140 yards this season, so he's very productive. Shotgun snapping. He's going to be keeping this time. Fuller has not run all night. This time he had a little room and try to give him a little trickeration there on that left side, a little okey-doke, and falls for about 3 yards.
Senior quarterback Colby Fuller right that time. Good fake to Zion William Hayes. I kind of thought that William Hayes had it going right, and Fuller kind of pulled it out of his belly and took it out to the left. You see it right here. Good fake right here. He says, you know what, I'm reading that. I'm going to go take it myself. He gets to the corner. Probably should have turned it up, but he gets out here and still picks up about 3.
2nd and 7 call it the 16-yard line. Throwing over the middle. Oh, big hit. Oh, the boom lord, Javon Edwards. And that's just a tough catch. Flag's going to be down. Catch was made. Looks like that was Jaden Haygood, I believe. But Javon Edwards, man, he's heat-seeking missile. And a flag down.
Penalty is. That's right. Remember the hit was made, huh?
Okay, nothing wrong, nothing illegal about the hit.
I didn't see anything.
Got a personal foul on defense. Going to be half the distance to the goal.
Wow.
Should be first down.
Half the distance, could be a first down, but the hit, there was nothing wrong with the hit.
I find that hard to believe if that was on the hit. I mean, he just comes in there, and I mean, that's a football play right there, Stacy.
Yeah. You can't be a penalty for hitting someone too hard. Now, that's something that we didn't see, but
I don't know. That's a mystery to me.
If I'm Javon Edwards, I want an explanation.
Like a football play to me.
5'9", 160, a junior. We talked about him in the opener. He is 25 tackles, had a pass breakup coming into the game, 1 interception. But 1st and goal for Dreer. They need this. And there's the big back again, the linebacker. And he's a load, man. I tell you, he came in with 20 carries, 140 yards. You do the math on that, Joe. That's a lot of yards per carry. I think something like 7 would be my guesstimation. Willie Smith is only a junior. Touchdown, and that's the man. Strike up the Dreer fight song. South University touchdown. That man, Willie Smith. Will he survive? Yes. Take a look, Joe.
Yep. Good power. Starts left, cuts it back right. Waltzes into the end zone.
They needed that.
Yeah, well, we talked about that
yes.
at the outset of that drive. They really needed to get some points on the board before halftime. They're still very much in this game.
Good answer. And Coach, Corey Jenkins told us before the game they're going to compete. That's when they're going to come and bring the fight to the party, win or lose. And they're showing the fight now. Down 21-0. They get the score late in the second quarter. And hands to the sky. It is a 21-7 ball game. Dreer responds from Memorial Stadium. It's the Sonic FNR Game of the Week. BC Dreer, come on back.
When the flu hits, access to immediate quality care is essential for a quick recovery. Don't drive up your health care costs by going to the ER. Visit Doctor's Care to get you and your family back on track with comprehensive care to fight the cold, COVID, and flu season. Open late and on the weekends. No appointment necessary. Save time. Check in online at any of our 18 Midlands area locations at doctorscare.com. Doctor's Care. Feel better today.
More than 4,000 children and teens are in foster care in South Carolina, but more than half don't have a place to call home. They need your help, but most of all, your love. Thornwell's foster care program is on a mission to change this. We need families willing to open up their hearts and their homes to provide refuge and hope for our most vulnerable children. There are no unwanted children, just unfound families. Visit thornwell.org for more and be the change that will last a lifetime.
As a look at the Blue Devil right there, they just responded. The Dreer Blue Devils at home, making it 21-7 with a touchdown with 2:38 left to play in the half. And of course, coming up in the Department of Corrections halftime report, we'll talk about our Scholar Athletes presented by Crosby Roofing. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to. Call today for a free estimate or visit crosbyroofing.com. Crosby Roofing for their sponsorship. Time for our Will Luckery Opportunity School kickoff, Joe, and they're going to be kicking off Dreer for the second time of the game. They kicked off to open the game, and now they've scored. Second time and a half, they're going to kick off left to right on your screen. It's going to be a deep kick. You don't see a lot of, and bobbled. Will Young not pressed. Will Young kicks out of a tackle. Oh, he's just making people miss. That play should have been disastrous, and it was less than that. Manageable now, balls across the 10-yard line, and we have a Dreer Blue Devil down at the 7-yard line.
There was some friendly fire on that kickoff return. I mean, it was two Dreer special teams players that just violently collided with one another, and that's kind of what happened right there. Dreer with a 16-play, 79-yard drive. Stacy to get back into it. Touchdown, Willie Smith from 2 yards out, and that's just what the doctor ordered, but there's an injured
take a look.
Watch this right here. I mean, he kind of muffs the kickoff right here. Does Will Young goes back and he has to play it now. Now that he's done that, and you watch this, you watch it kind of go right there. Oh man, that's tough to watch something like that.
It is.
That's tough. I mean, that's two guys, same team, teammates, just violently collided with one another. That's good to see right here. We're going to get. He's going to get up and run up under his own power.
Trying to get that number.
Cameron Gilmore, number 21. He's going to come off, and that's good to see.
It is great to see, Joe. Starting cornerback, and then Coach. Meanwhile, Coach Sharp is having a conversation with the referees. He's trying to. I think he's wanting some kind of penalty on that. Look at that. Look at the play. Here's the play shot. It almost need to put wheels on it. Is he carrying the play sheet? Is the play sheet carrying him?
That has the instructions to launch the next space shuttle, I think. On that thing. That's
man. It's amazing. Look at his face. It is amazing. I've just never seen anything like that. And they're gonna have the ball now. I'll tell you what, Joe. They have 2:27. Let's see how they play this. Brookland Cayce up 2 touchdowns, and they run it most of the time. But this man here is a one-man, 2-minute offense. Will Young. On first down, I think he got 9.5 or so. They got call it 9 yards. That's a lot of chunk there.
I was going to say, too, Dreer has all 3 timeouts still in the pocket. So, I mean, if you could have gotten a stop there, maybe Corey Jenkins says, hey, I want the ball back for the end of the half. They're going to get the ball starting second half.
That's Dreer. Good point. But what they got to do now is avoid a touchdown, giving up a touchdown here. Because I tell you what, Brookland Cayce is going to go quick and try to run it, and the first down will stop the clock. Southeastern Foundation, cross pace repair, first down. That last carry was Sullivan Castles.
Yep.
Another running back, his first carry of the ball game.
First time we've seen him tonight. think if you're Rusty Sharpie here, you're fine if this thing goes 21-7 to the half. He only has one timeout.
Yeah, I thought they would go quick. They're going a little slower. And I thought they were going to try to go ahead and. But with Will Young back there, though, you know, you take your time, but he could pop one for 50, and then you're right back saying, we need to go ahead and try to punch it in. And he'll get a shot right here. Good job, and that was Jeffcoat and Howe, the law firm of Jeffcoat and Howe.
I was just going to say it, Stacy. That's exactly what it sounds like.
Jeffcoat and Howe, and also a little help there from Tyrell Bowens in there. Good job, Dreer. For now, Brookland Cayce will be very deliberate after a loss on that play. That might be the first time we've seen Young tackle for a loss in this ballgame. That's Howe on your screen.
The Dreer students down here to our right got to get into it a little bit.
And they got to like this stuff. They get Brookland Cayce to kind of shut it down here, and they're going up top just as we think that overthrown, but they were looking with a post pattern to Javon Edwards. Just overshot him.
That's an interesting call there by Brookland Cayce. The incomplete pass stops the clock, and now you're looking at 3rd down and 11. Got to figure they're gonna might as well throw it again now because Dreer's gonna. I'm Corey Jenkins. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get this ball back with a little bit of time.
And you mentioned 3 timeouts, right?
Yeah, I still have them all.
That's Coach Sharpie right there looking behind. He's behind that sheet right there. That's Coach Sharpie right there. I promise you he's back there.
He's there.
And they're going to do a wildcat to big hit that time. I'll tell you what, that's Jeffcoat. You got to be careful. He stepped over him. You got to be careful there, but big play.
That's a load. And just as we kind of anticipated, Corey Jenkins going to take a timeout here. 59-6 on the clock.
Jeffcoat, that's a grown man right there. He likes that kid a lot. 6 foot, around there, 295, a 5'1" 40, Joe. That's impressive. He ran that at Georgia State camp.
And like we said earlier, Stacy, if you're college football, you can find a dominant 3 technique, interior defensive lineman. He doesn't have to make the tackle. He just has to be a factor in the force to where you got to game plan that, right? You got to account for this guy. You got to do something above and beyond what you would normally do.
Speaking of which, 71 right there in white right there, number 71. That kid is Ja'Cory Jones, 6'5", 340. I got to look that up again and check my notes, but I think he's got to have a chance to play on Saturdays. What do you think?
I would think so.
He's shown up on camera. He's been in front of a lot of these big runs that we've seen by Will Young. So we'll definitely double check that. But I'm sure his phone has to be ringing. If you're a college D2, D1, whatever around the Southeast right there, you're not calling Ja'Cory Jones. I'm gonna call you into the office and ask, what are you doing as a coach? So that's the situation. Punt time. Taking his time, little pooch. And you got to get out of the way of that. And it's going to, Brookland Cayce in no hurry to touch it down either. Clock's heading down toward 45 seconds, and that's where it's going to stop at 45.6. That's what they have. Now, they are throwing team more so than Brookland Cayce, so we'll see if they air it out right here.
I tell you what, I thought Brogan Sox was about ready to take off with that football because there was really nobody over there to account for him on that corner. I thought, he might just pull that thing down and run it.
Absolutely. It looked like it was a little room over there, but that would be a risky.
It would be, and your discretion, the better part of valor right there, but he might actually take off of that.
Absolutely. So here we go, 45.6 left in the half. Stacy Huff, Joe Cashman here with you. Glad to have you joining us on the FNR Game of the Week. Dreer looking to cut this lead. Good job by the young sophomore. Catch and get out of bounds. Gain of about 7. They're going to need a little bit more than that, though. At some point, you got to get vertical at some point, Joe.
2 timeouts and 41.9 on the clock.
Yeah. 7 yards of play ain't bad, but at some point, you got to get a bigger chunk. So we'll see right here. They're going for another shot, that same route. Same thing again, 7 more. Make it 8 more, and it's going to be a first down. Southeastern Foundation, crawl space repair, first down. Same. If they're going to give him that cushion, you got to take that.
Quick outs here to the boundary, just to throw it, get 7-8 yards, and step out of bounds. You just want to get in position
to throw one into the end zone.
To get one to the end zone.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now you wonder if you were Brookland Cayce, you try to jump one of those, which is again a risky move. Up 2 scores is the time. You might feel a little jumpy. They're going to look right this time. Now back over the middle. Oh, pressure. It's going to be a penalty. It's going to be, see if that was a hold.
It's bad news all the way around for Dreer, I believe. Big number 73 in there. Jared Holmes gets in there, gets the sack, and you'll likely get a holding call as well.
Yeah, it's bad when you hold and still can't protect the quarterback. It's a bad sign. Yeah, that's opposite of what they needed with 34.9 seconds.
Holding on the offense, 10 yards from the previous spot, still first down.
Yeah, Holmes like the kid they let out for recess. he just can't, just sprung out.
Yeah, he just a little inside move right there, and he was just not able to be blocked that time. He gets to the quarterback easily.
If you're going to hold him, just go and hold him all the way. Just
tackle the guy, tackle him.
Same penalty either way. It's the same 10 yards or 5 yards, whatever. Just look at that quicks right there. And that's not going to be the move right there. They're going to have to call a timeout here with 24.2. That was a decent little game by Zion William Hayes, but not enough. So timeout, Dreer. It's been a long first half, Joe.
It has, Stacy.
and normally,
for a game that started 30 minutes early.
Normally, we have the longest game of the year, homecoming Friday night, because I'm always trying to go to a social event. See, I'm not even going this year, so I don't know. This is we're wasting the longest game tonight, because I was going home anyway. I wasn't even going out, so no need to do this. I mean, I was here 2019, and we did a game, and the event I was trying to go to was right across at Sager Park. And AC Floor and Dreer was playing. AC Floor was beating Dreer unmercifully. So the fourth quarter was all JV players, and every play was a legal procedure.
Oh,
the kids didn't know the play. It was just,
goodness.
And they weren't on the program, and they went in on the road. So I was sitting here.
What a disaster!
Yeah. And that quarter, every play was a penalty. I mean, the kids didn't know how to line up. They look at it. They literally trying to point to them like, stand there. It was the longest fourth quarter ever. But yeah, so tonight, no need. Y'all go ahead and just let the game happen. I'm going to sleep after I leave here. No need to. You're not gonna hold me up tonight. But I'll tell you what, I think we may be set up for a good second half, because
I think so too.
Yeah. Dreer does get the ball. We call folks at home. They get the ball to start the third quarter. So no matter what they do here, they have a chance to cut this lead before Brookland Cayce gets the ball back. Is the plan. A little room over here for William Hayes, and just not enough real estate.
And just check it down to it, and Colby Fuller kind of took a look downfield, and he just checked it down, and William Hayes runs out of bounds with 17 seconds.
And there's a reason there's room over there, because they're allowing a certain amount of room. They just don't want the ball thrown over their heads. And of course, if you're Brookland Cayce, that's got to be the coaching philosophy. Just keep everything in front of you.
You can't be like the Miami Hurricanes, get beaten deep on the last play of the game. You just hand a victory away if you're the U.
That's one of the times I've been disappointed. I'm disappointed for a team I'm not even a fan of. I just hurt for them. That was terrible. Another quick out and out of bounds, and it's going to be fourth down and about 9 with 14 seconds. Give him some good catch totals for the young sophomore, Barry, but not really helping them get in scoring position. At this point in time, do you go ahead and just run it? And
you got to punt it.
Oh, that's right. It's fourth down. My bad. Check that out. Yeah, check that out. It is fourth down, so you got to give it up. Now, nobody asked me, Joe, but if I'm a coach, I go ahead and try to block this. What do you have to lose? If you give them the ball back with a few seconds left, if you rough them?
Looks like they're punt safe right here. Yeah. They're not entirely convinced that. They're not really worried about.
And now there's a timeout called. Timeout called. Corey Jenkins. Teaching moment, apparently. So the punter, that's number 81 that was in the ball game. Let's see if he plays another position. It's Ethan Freeman. It's a wide receiver number, though. But I wonder where they're thinking about maybe a little something right there. Let's see the fans right there. It smells like team spirit. Not a lot of fans here.
No, there's a lot going on here in Columbia. This weekend, you got the state fair. You've got homecoming activities for South Carolina.
And overcast skies.
Overcast.
Which keep people home.
Kind of a dreary weather evening.
As rain has been in the forecast for the last couple of days, and probably again a little bit into the morning, so that might have kept some folks home as well. So we'll see what Dreer does here. 14 seconds. They got a kick, and again, Will Young, number 1 in white now. He's been the the star of the first half. He's standing right around the 47-yard line. If he gets his hands on it, Joe, we could have a little excitement. They're going to kick it over his head, and they were in punt safe. And when they're down this, it'll be time for nothing but a kneel down anyway. 3 seconds left. Yeah, the Dreer coaches wanted the young man to let the clock run out.
Yeah, that's what they were. You could hear them. They were like, "Don't touch it."
And that's only going to be a bad decision if somehow Brookland Cayce scores on this play. Otherwise, it's again a moot point. Again, very, very long first half.
It has been. It'll be good to recalibrate at halftime, and let's see what Dreer comes out with to start the second half.
That's Coach Sharpie right there on your screen. Of course, at halftime, we always have our Lexington Medical Center Coach's Corner. So we may get Coach Sharpie to speak with us.
That's the end of the first half.
21-7 after the kneel down. 21-7 is your score. Lexington Medical, the only local independent hospital in the Midlands. We're here to care for you whenever you need us. Be well. We may or may not be getting Coach Sharpie. He's talking to the referees right now.
He's talking to the officials right now, and he can't believe what he's hearing.
We're trying to get him to come speak to us for a moment. We'll see if we get a moment. Lexington Medical Center.
Oh, there he is.
There's Coach Sharpie. Go down and see if we can get Coach Sharpie for a moment. Thanks to Lexington Medical Center for being our sponsor of the Coach's Corner. Coach Sharpie, good job the first half by your team. Talk a little bit about the play of your running game. Your running attack very strong in the first half.
Yeah, we've run the ball fairly well. Not very happy right now with the situation on the field, but thank you. Yeah, we've run it okay.
What's some things that got you upset, Coach, tonight?
Well, it just seems like we're getting a lot of penalties, and of course I can't criticize anybody. I'll get in trouble, but I don't see them. But anyway, we got to clean that up. I'm gonna get inside and tell our guys, make sure you don't grab any cloth, and then hopefully, Dreer's got a good team. Maybe we'll have a chance to win this game if we play a little better in the second half.
Thank you very much, Coach. I know we'll be with your team. Thank you for sharing some time with us. Coach Rusty Sharpie at Lexington Medical Center, Coach's Corner. We'll step away. It's halftime at Memorial Stadium in the Sonic FNR Game of the Week. We're going to tee up over Dreer.
Weather is constantly changing in the Midlands, and you need an accurate forecast to help you plan your day with confidence. Stay days ahead of severe weather by trusting our Weather Warn Day alert system. I'm Chief Meteorologist Josh Knight. We do have a WatchFox Weather Warn Day in place, and stay close to local first updates with the Skywatch Weather app, with accurate storm tracking and lightning-fast push alerts, so you'll never miss an important weather notification. Trust Skywatch Weather to keep you safe, alert, and informed when severe weather threatens the Midlands.
At Founders, we know your finances matter. That's why we have loans for any reason.
Can Founders help us with our mortgage?
Of course.
Can Founders get me an
auto loan? Not a problem.
Nice.
Can we do something about this?
Home improvements? Absolutely.
How about just getting ahead?
Pay down some bills? We can do that. When you need a loan, our great low rates give you the opportunity to invest in the most important thing, you. So relax. At Founders, we're with you every step of the way.
If your roof has experienced the wrath of Mother Nature's high winds and rain, Crosby Roofing in Columbia has your home covered. Before, during, and after a storm, trust Crosby Roofing to work with your insurance company to repair and restore your home's exterior. Notice a leaking roof or damage after a storm? Timing is important, so call or visit our website to schedule a free inspection.
Crosby Roofing and Gutters. Quality you can look up to.
Hey folks, Steve Padgett here. We know that price is a very important factor when choosing a dealership to do business with. Getting you the best price in our sales and service department is the easy part. Here at Steve Padgett's Honda of Lake Murray, not only do we deliver incredible sales and service prices, we deliver an exceptional customer experience. That's why we are the Columbia Metro's only Honda President's Award winning dealership. So remember, before you buy, give Steve a try. Give us a call, 1-800-MY-HONDA, or visit HondaofLakeMurray.com.
This is the South Carolina Department of Corrections halftime report. Now hiring with a $7,500 sign-on bonus. Check out new career openings with great benefits at joinscdc.com.
Welcome into our halftime report brought to you by the Department of Corrections. It's now time for Educator Spotlight. You see the score there, 21-7, Brookland Cayce over Dreer. And speaking of Brookland Cayce, let's go down the field and talk to their principal, Dr. Vance Jones. Dr. Jones, glad to have you with us. Thanks for spending some time. And tell us a little bit about some things you're excited about over at Brookland Cayce High School, sir.
First of all, thanks for having us tonight. Very excited. Mr. Pete Gravetti, one of our science teachers, was just named the District Teacher of the Year. So excited about that. Also, we just started halftime at Brookland Cayce High School. With that, our students have intervention time, and any student with 70 or less, we have them going to tutoring. We have clubs, we have activities that they're doing, all kind of great things going on right now.
Coach, Dr. Vance Jones, the principal of Brookland Cayce, last question before I let you go. You got to get out of here without some football talk. Who's going to win the game tonight? You guys going to hold on, sir?
Yes, sir. I think that's an easy question. Right now we're up 21-7. Coach Sharpie is great making adjustments at halftime. So I think we'll come out and hopefully we'll run away with it.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you. Good stuff. Man has a PhD and he knows his football as well. Dr. Vance Jones of Brookland Cayce High School. Now time for our Scholar Athlete of the Week, brought to you by Crosby Roofing. From Brookland Cayce, it is John Maurer V. John is a 3A state soccer champion and was also named All-State. In addition, he was named All-Region in both soccer and football and has over 100 career points in football. At school, he has a 5.177 GPA, taking mostly AP and honors classes, and is ranked 4th in his class. In the community, he is an active volunteer working with elementary schools and serving as a door opener in the morning. John hasn't decided on his future plans just yet, but we wish him the very best wherever those plans take him. And John Maurer V, thank you very much for your work in the classroom and in an athletic field. You are Crosby Roofing Scholar Athlete of the Week for the FNR Game of the Week. We'll be right back with more halftime after this.
With the Sonic 2 for $7 deal, you can choose from 3 delicious favorites for only $7. A Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, or a foot-long chili cheese coney. It might be the greatest pairing since cherry and limeade. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
This is a time-sensitive process, so it is extremely important if you discover that you've been injured by a drunk driver that you contact a lawyer immediately.
So the civil part of the case is talking about who else is responsible. That could be the bar or the restaurant, and if they're gonna serve a minor alcohol, if they're gonna serve someone who you can see is drunk, and then something awful happens, well, then they're gonna have to deal with us.
What is a team? A team is a group of individuals working together to accomplish a shared goal. A team is a collaborative partnership. Teams trust each other, strive for greatness together. A team creates something unique, builds something better together. This team is diverse, different positions that make us whole. Officer, nurse, electrician, counselor. This team is making a difference. Together, this team is making corrections.
Security systems don't come out of a box. They're created by a professional that knows the business. I think what Weaver System has to offer is that we really care about our customers. We want you to be safe. We learned very early on, every owner is different. The first thing we do when we visit someone's home or office is we walk through the property with them, find all the doors, windows, all the things we know that might be a place where a burglar might enter. And then we provide a plan that gives them complete coverage, and we install it, and we make sure it works and that you know how to use it. And we're here for you when you need us.
With Sonic Trick or Treat Blasts, you get Oreo cookie pieces, Heath Toffee, and M&M's Minis blended with creamy soft serve. 3 Halloween favorites, without even having to steal from your children. Sonic Trick or Treat Blasts.
This is the South Carolina Department of Corrections halftime report. Now hiring with a $7,500 sign-on bonus. Check out new career openings with great benefits at joinscdc.com.
Welcome back. We're at halftime at Memorial Stadium, 21-7, Brookland Cayce over Dreer. Now, time for our Educator Spotlight. Stewart Law Office, our sponsor for the Educator Spotlight. Let's go down to the field with Dreer Principal Joe Eberlin. Principal Eberlin, how you doing tonight, sir?
Doing real well, yeah. Good night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, tell us some of the things you have exciting going on around the hallways and byways of Dreer High School.
Just from athletics to arts, academics, activities, just so many things to talk about. Recently we were named the number 3 school, high school in the Midlands, and number 11 school in the state by the U.S. News World and Report. It's one of the top schools in the nation, so we're really proud of that. On top of that, athletically, we were a little behind tonight, but we're coming back in the second half, looking forward to that. But swim teams both won the region. We had our girls tennis team win the region. All teams going to the playoffs this fall, so excited about athletics. Our arts are incredible. We got our marching band going up to Western Carolina tomorrow for a huge show. Just the other day, our theater program, clean sweep pretty much of the Richland One Theater Festival. Our dance team's incredible. We've got several pieces of art on display at the state fair. A lot of our kids recognized as state art winners. So just so many things to be proud of with what's going on at Dreer right now.
Well, I'll tell you what else. That's a long list, and that's a lot of good stuff. What else you have to be excited about? Look to your right there. You have won our competition with Sonic, and we have a big check for you of $500. Congratulations, Dreer High School. You're our Sonic FNR winners for this week in the Spirit competition. Thank you so much. Nice check there. Now time for our Crosby Roofing Scholar Athlete of the Week. From Dreer High School, it is Charlotte Peavy. Charlotte is a 2-time cross-country team captain and a member of the track team for the Blue Devils. Last year, she competed in the cross-country state championships. At school, she has a 5.422 GPA and is a member of the National and Art Honor Societies and is the student body secretary. In the community, Charlotte is an active volunteer working to organize service projects like river cleanups. I want to thank Charlotte for her work in the classroom and in the field of play. You are a Crosby Roofing Scholar Athlete of the Week this week from Dreer High School. Wish you much success, whatever you choose to do in your future. And we'll step away and come back with more halftime here from Memorial Stadium, downtown Columbia, South Carolina, on a beautiful night for football. Dreer trailing Brookland Cayce. Come on back.
For over 40 years, Sound and Images has been South Carolina's corporate multimedia partner for live events. Sound and Images is also your resource for commercial audiovisual installations. Help your teams collaborate more efficiently with a custom-crafted AV solution from Sound and Images. Whether you want a single monitor upgrade or a turnkey AV system, we are dedicated to helping you incorporate easy-to-use technology into your space. And we offer the best-in-class support and service. Elevate your AV. Call Sound and Images today.
Self-care often reminds us to nurture our physical and mental well-being. But what about financial self-care? When we cultivate positive money habits and plan for our future, we quite literally invest in ourselves. On this edition of Money Watch, we'll give you tips on how you can start practicing financial self-care right now, like tackling your debt and growing your financial literacy. Tune into this month's Money Watch to hear more, or visit Money Watch under the Features tab on Watch.com. Watch Fox 57 News.
Goes beyond the facts and gives you an inside look into stories impacting you.
I'd rather not come up this way.
I am absolutely aggravated. Started this job in 2016, and it's still not done.
Holding elected officials accountable and listening to your concerns.
There is nothing more important than keeping our students and teachers safe.
Keeping you on track when severe weather threatens your area.
Making your concerns our priority is what makes Watch Fox News local first.
Watch Fox 57 News.
Goes beyond the facts and gives you an inside look into stories impacting you.
We are keeping our students, our faculty, and staff safe because they cannot learn in an environment where they do not feel safe.
Holding elected officials accountable and listening to your concerns.
People are taking it to where the people are, and you're expecting people to walk miles to get to the food. That's not humane.
Making your concerns our priority is what makes Watch Fox News local first.
This is the South Carolina Department of Corrections Halftime Report. Now hiring with a $7,500 sign-on bonus. Check out new career openings with great benefits at joinscdc.com.
Welcome back. We're at halftime, Memorial Stadium, Columbia, South Carolina. Brookland Cayce 21-7. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin here in the booth. And how do we get to 21-7, you ask? Well, we have a whole moving picture show to explain how we got to those numbers. Joe, roll it, please, sir.
All right, Stacey. It was Brookland Cayce jumping out first in this ball game. William Young, we highlighted him in our opening tonight as a player to watch. Takes one of the first plays of the game. Nice play right there. But here comes Javon Edwards coming back on the right side for BC. First touchdown of the game, Will Young puts a foot in the ground, pops it out to the left, sprints to the end zone. He's in there, 7-0 BC. Back comes Dreer. They try to put something together. Pass a little bit behind right there. Incomplete pass. Good stop by that BC defense. Big 60-yard gain right here. Here goes Will Young. We thought he was going all the way, but credit Jaden Haygood of Dreer to chase him down at the 1. Stops a touchdown, but only for mere moments as Will Young gets the handoff on the next play, scored from a yard out, 14-0 at that point. Nice running here by Zion William Hayes of Dreer. I like how hard he ran, but boom, he takes a big hit right there from Will Young, who also plays defense. And there's a big hit by Dreer's Willie Smith right there to stop a short run. Big pass play coming up right here, little play action pass, rolling out socks, broken socks, is John Allen Maurer in the back right corner of the end zone, 21-0. And then Dreer, when they had to, Stacy, late in the first half, they put together a 79-yard drive. There goes Zion William Hayes up the middle, and here to finish off that drive with a touchdown is Willie Smith, and 21-7 is where we are.
21-7, Dreer gets the ball to start the third quarter. But now let's look at the highlights from around the nation on the games of the week.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Big pitch and catch. Eludes one defender, 2, 3, 4. Great job there by LaMichael Mitchell, and he's still on his feet. LaMichael Mitchell, great play by Mitchell, and he's going to carry the rest of Piedmont into the red zone and close to a touchdown.
Miller, end zone. This might be it. Caught! Touchdown! Ethan Driver, are you kidding me?
Rejoining you live on Comets. Handoff goes up the middle to Dino Burke, and he breaks the tackle. There he goes. Dino Burke 30, Dino Burke 40. Changing direction, has a lot of room in front of him. There he goes. 30, 25, 20. Dino Burke, 97 yards.
Down to last touch. Spartanburg would like a little breathing room, but a Gaffney pick will turn that aside. Here comes Andrew Root, who's done a little bit of everything defensively for Gaffney tonight. They've set up a wall, and he's going to take it all the way inside the Spartanburg 10-yard line.
And they kick it directly to Trevor Pike from his own 20. And Pike is on the run. Pike eludes one defender, and he's still on his feet. Clock runs out, but he's still running, and he's still running. Here comes Trevor Pike. 30, 20, 10 into the end zone. Touchdown!
Friday Night Rivals Trophies and Awards are brought to you by Northeast Trophies and Awards, supplying the Midlands trophies since 1976.
What is a team? A team is a group of individuals working together to accomplish a shared goal. A team is a collaborative partnership. Teams trust each other, strive for greatness together. A team creates something unique, builds something better together. This team is diverse, different positions that make us whole. Officer, nurse, electrician, counselor. This team is making a difference. Together, this team is making corrections.
If the nursing home does not take good care of their loved one, then they've got to deal with me. You expect the nursing home to provide basic care to your loved one. If they don't do that at all, and your loved one gets hurt, we're here to hold that nursing home accountable.
It's a nursing home. This is their home, and you should be able to get basic care in your home.
At Lexington Medical Center, we're known for advanced procedures and exceptional care. And for the second consecutive year, we've been recognized by U.S. News and World Report as the best hospital in the Columbia metro region and the #2 hospital in South Carolina. It's a distinction of quality that puts us among the best in the nation. Lexington Medical Center, giving our best to care for you.
Friday Night Rivals Trophies and Awards are brought to you by Northeast Trophies and Awards, supplying the Midlands trophies since 1976.
Back here right before the start of the third quarter, Brookland Cayce 21-7. Going into halftime, let's go down to the field with our Lexington Medical Center Coach's Corner and talk to Corey Jenkins. Corey, tough first half. You got to get the ball to start the third quarter. What were your messages at halftime to your team?
just do what we're told to do, man. Just do what you know how to do. Right now, we're just not executing well. We did pretty good right there at the end of the second quarter on offense and defense of executing what we practiced all week. That first quarter and a half, we just kind of was out there running around, letting them do what they want. So we got to go back and execute in the second half.
Coach, I won't keep you long. Get back with your team, man. I appreciate you taking some time
Yes, sir.
with us,
Appreciate
man.
it. Thank you guys for having us, man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, my man. Corey Jenkins and his squad he said they play hard and fight. Lexington Medical Center brings you our Coach's Corner. As the only local independent hospital in the Midlands, we're here to care for you whenever you need us. Be well. That's the message from Lexington Medical Center. And now time for the Wheel of Great Opportunity School kickoff. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin up in the booth, and it'll be Brookland Cayce up 21-7, kicking off right to left on your screen there in their white unis, head to toe with the burgundy trim, kicking off to the black jerseyed Dreer Blue Devils. Joe, we talked about it over and over in the first half. We kept saying Dreer needed to score, Dreer needed to score. Well, Dreer got to score, and they get the ball. So let's see if they can keep that momentum going. Kickoff is to be fielded inside the 10-yard line. We'll look for opportunity school kickoff, and a little room on the left side. He has room on the left side. Had a man on that left side, did a good job containing him, bringing him back inside, but a good return across the 35-yard line. And that was like number 12 there, young man who had played a little bit in the first half, Tyler Teasdale, junior wide receiver.
It's a big, explosive return. And if you're Corey Jenkins, you're out across the 35 to start at the 36. That's good field position. You're down 2 scores. Go get one here. Hey, it's ball game time.
Absolutely. And we talked about it, the messages to the halftime. Both coaches, you always want to preach, as Corey said, doing what you're told, but it's always about focus. When you're up 21-7, you got to maintain your focus. If you're down 21-7, you can't quit. You got to keep fighting. So both teams have motivation right in front of them. Shotgun snap. And it's just nothing happening right there. Just the big man who has really stood up big in this ball game, 73, Jared Holmes, for the Cats, the Bearcats.
He was not going to be moved. Watch this, Stacey. Just a little handoff. He's going to try to go right in there. Boy, he just runs right into big Jared Holmes. It's like there's nowhere to go. 6'2", 280, Jared Holmes.
He brought all 280 to the party that time. He just discarded the blocker. That was a flag on the play. And it's going to be, balls be marked at the 32, but I don't see any.
I think that's just a loss.
It's just a loss. Yeah, I thought it was a flag. I saw the referee was gesturing. There was no flag. Just a tackle for loss. Oh, picks. It's going to be a touchdown. Pick 6. Strike up the Brookland Cayce fight song. He made a man miss. I almost called it early, but touchdown, Brookland Cayce, South University touchdown. Wow, he read his mail. That was
Isaiah Ori. Watch this. He tried to throw that quick out there. Tried that at the end of the half, and Ori's all over this. He jumps in at about the 37. We're going to give him unofficially 37 on the pick 6.
Snack play of the game nominee. That was just, remember I talked about them jumping those routes. They were throwing a lot of quick outs, and they read his mail. They came in. That's an adjustment right there. They said they sat down on that, up 2 scores. State Nutrition Action Coalition play of the game, creating healthy eating choices for today's South Carolina kids. We'll announce that Snack Coalition play of the game immediately at the conclusion to make it 28-7 at that South University touchdown. That's the opposite. We keep talking about what Dreer needs. That's the opposite of what they need, and that's straight down Main Street, hands to the sky. 28-7, Brookland Cayce all over Dreer early in the second half. It's the Sonic Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week from Memorial Stadium.
Self-care often reminds us to nurture our physical and mental well-being. But what about financial self-care? When we cultivate positive money habits and plan for our future, we quite literally invest in ourselves. On this edition of Money Watch, we'll give you tips on how you can start practicing financial self-care right now, like tackling your debt and growing your financial literacy. Tune into this month's Money Watch to hear more, or visit Money Watch under the Features tab on Watch.com.
It's the Sonic FNR Game of the Week. Region matchup. 28-7. Brookland Cayce just took a expanded lead on a pick 6 by that man on your screen right there. And of course, coming up in the fourth quarter, we'll announce our Atkins Law Firm Player of the Game. Looking for a workers' comp attorney? Remember, who you hire matters. Teasdale. Now check that.
Look at the chain. Look at the chain, Stacy.
Oh, man. Turnover chain right there. You got to love it. It's blinged out. That is.
Look at that now. Mr. T would be proud of that.
Absolutely, all the time. Isaiah O'Ree, 6'1", 160, a junior. So he has this year and another year to get even better. That's a nice camera shot there, that pooch kick, and Dreer's just going to fall down on it right there at the 27-yard line. That was number 22, Jakari Nat. And, you know, again, it sounds like a broken record, but Dreer has to come out and put points on the board here. Brookland Cayce trying to go for the knockout punch. And when a quarterback throws a pick 6, you got to, you know, sometimes they get a little, it can rattle you.
Sure.
It's got to affect confidence. So we'll see if they come out and let them keep winging it, or they're going to try to maybe some safer passes. That was really supposed to be a safe pass, Joe.
It should be. That's what they threw at the end of the half.
But it was so safe they knew it was coming because they've been throwing the safe passes. This time they're going to try the left side, and Brookland Cayce defense all over that. It's going to be a gain of about 2. That's the little back who runs so tough, and we both like his style, Zion William Hayes.
I was going to say the pick 6 had to help met Rusty Sharpie feel a little bit better. He was nonplussed at the end of that half.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't want to say it because he said he'd get in trouble, but he wasn't happy with some officiating. I said it for him. I don't think I'll get in trouble.
Should have asked him about his play chart, Stacy.
Yes,
Coach, what's on that thing exactly?
I don't think that would have gone over well either.
Probably not. It probably raised his temperature even higher.
Absolutely. Oh, tell you what, he had. Listen, they had the sophomore receiver wide open right there, holding that zone. Caleb Baird threw a little bit behind him. I want to see that kid out in some space.
I do too. He runs well. The pass was behind him right there.
Long arms, 6'1.5" or so, 6'2". He's going to get taller.
And be a big-time prospect, I think.
I think so, too, definitely.
Sooner rather than later.
Yeah, absolutely. He's out wide now, 4 wides in the formation. They're going to look that way and then back the other way. Has a man in cover. You know what? It was nice. That was a perfectly thrown ball that time. Going to be a first down. Good throw by Kobe Fuller. Teasdale to catch Southeastern Foundation first down.
Good pitch and catch. You called it perfectly, Stacy. Right down the seam. A nice ball right there. Look at that.
Perfectly right between.
Yeah, I mean, just good ball.
Between 2 defenders. Ball's right at midfield.
Goes right up and gets it.
Absolutely, sir. Junior ball's at midfield, Joe, and from right here, a lot of the playbook kind of gets a little more relaxed right here. You got some options, but the confidence looked good there. Over the middle, big hit, but it's going to be another first down. Southeastern Foundation cross-pace repair first down, Joe.
Jaden Haygood that time on the reception. Kind of working the middle of the field right now, the middle third. That's what Dreer's working and working for them. Picked up 2 first downs, and now they're marching. They really need some points here after that pick 6, put them back down 3 scores.
Agreed, sir. Shotgun formation all night long. 3 wides to the near side. 1 man up top, and they're going to look back behind some good blocking into the secondary. Slung down hard by Mowers, but a first down again. That's 3 first downs in a row. Southeastern Foundation cross-pace repair first down for Dreer. The plays are clicking.
We talk about how hard he runs right here. Zion William Hayes just hits that hole, goes straight down the seam. Good stop by Maurer, but not before yet another 3rd consecutive first down.
Good job blocking up front. Good tough running that time. We said they need to answer. This is a key drive, we think, early in the second half. First possession ended on a pick 6 by O'Ree of Brookland Cayce. Patient that time and pops it out. Ooh, good tackle. Number 2 looks like
that was O'Ree again coming up making the stop.
12, yeah.
He's kind of been everywhere in this second half for BC.
Yeah, O'Ree's coming on, man. He's flexing the muscles. He had to flex a little bit. So I got last week for Gilbert that was flexing out there in the corner. That play looked good for a moment. They still got about 3 on it.
Oh, the 145-pound dude who was just he looked like he was laying the lumber on people for Gilbert last week.
Just throwing him out there. Oh, just way overthrown. Looks like miscommunication between Croxton and Fuller. So 3rd and 8 now. Again, got to keep the chains moving. Not only are you trying to score a touchdown, but the double whammy for Dreer right now, you got to keep that potent Brookland Cayce offense off the field. This may be a 2-down situation for him. Plenty of time on the play clock.
Oh, I absolutely think it's 2 downs.
Looking over the middle. And that, I tell you what, that could have been picked. He was going for, Joe was looking for Jaden Haygood. That could have been picked, though.
Yeah, Keenan Rose had that thing in his sights. Defensive back for Brookland Cayce. Keenan Rose, the junior, 5'11", 175. He almost was able to reel in a second interception for this BC defense in this half.
Another junior. A lot of good underclassmen for both of these teams.
What, if you're Rusty Sharp, you've got to like some of these youngsters they'll have next year.
They keep them in the chamber, though. They keep guys coming through, man. A lot of talent over there coming through that pipeline over there. Big 4th down and 8 coming up for Dreer. Looking over the middle. Under duress. Now he could run it. Threw it late. Almost intercepted, almost caught. Looks like for a moment Fuller could have run that.
He could have. And then he saw his receiver at the very last moment. Watch the pressure BC puts on him right here. Flushes him one way. Now he has to go back the other way, and he throws it. Has a man down there and is unable to come up with that ball. With Riley Croxton down around the 5-yard line. It's a turnover on downs.
Croxton couldn't bring that in. A senior receiver, 8:24 left in the third. And it's going to be Sox in shotgun with Will Young to his right, and Young's going to get the carry. Oh, man, what a move. The ball's out. The ball's out. This is going to be picked up. It's going to be a scoop and score. Touchdown, Dreer, strike up. The Dreer Blue Devil fight song and a South University touchdown. What an answer for Dreer.
There's a game-changing play right here. Boy, William Young right here, able to make a man miss, and then he just gets separated from the football by John Pullman, and then it's number 7, Cordell Scales, who's able to scoop in and score from about 28 yards out.
Right on time. Got the candy hop. Every shortstop would love a hop like that. Scooped it up. Didn't break stride, Joe, and had a chance to cut it to a 14-point deficit with a good extra point right here. In the kick is Ethan Freeman. Go check that. It is good. Hands to the sky. And we'll step away. I get that kicker for you in a moment. 28-14 is your score. It's getting close here in Memorial Stadium.
I think it's Gustavo Zamora.
Glad I'm here because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do.
I like being in charge of others.
My confidence how really build up to being here.
This place has showed me like it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's something that's gonna get you through every day. It's just something you have to have. And they're making it possible for me because if I wasn't here, I would not be in high school.
In a larger city, you may not know the officer that's working next to you. You may not know the sergeant or the corporal who's above you. Here in CPD, if you don't know someone, a lot of times they're coming to introduce themselves to you. I absolutely love the family feel of a department because who's got your back better than family?
You have to experience this for yourself. Come find your center at the Columbia Police Department.
Oh, I'll be back here having a good time at Memorial Stadium, downtown Columbia, South Holly, 1000 South Holly Drive. Time for our sound and images. Sounds of the game with our Sound and Images Smile Cam, your resource for commercial audio and visual installations. Visit soundandimages.net. The youngest having a good time, the old folks as well. Stacey Huff, Joe Cash in the booth. We're having a good time as well also. We may have one of our closer games of the year, it looks like, Joe.
I'll tell you what, defenses have had a fun time in this second half, Stacey. 2 defensive scores, which is, you could go a long time without seeing that.
Right.
In a number of games, we've seen 2 in the first 3 minutes and 45 seconds here. A pick 6 by Brookland Cayce to go up 3 scores, and then here comes Dreer. They force a fumble, and it's Cordell Scales, 28 yards, the scoop and score, and they pull right back in it.
And for some reason, I don't get the feeling at all that we're done seeing turnovers in this ball game.
I don't think so either. I agree with you.
Yeah, if you look back at the first half, we had a couple of near misses. Remember, we had a couple of batted balls that were in the air a little bit. We had a lot of people loose with the ball. A lot of dangerous passes in traffic. I just got a feeling both teams in there. And it's a pressure situation, trying to go 3-0 in the region. Sometimes mistakes happen, and sometimes not a big crowd. You get relaxed and focus gets lost. I'm not sure, but Pooch kicking, it's going to be, and that's another thing we've seen a lot of, mental error penalties. Offsides on the kickoff, coach is not going to like that. Pre-snap penalties. That's 2 kickoff penalties we had. Well, actually more than that. We've had 2 offsides on Brookland Cayce and now 1 on Dreer.
Several, yes.
So
just kind of getting a little bit of a head start there.
Yeah, it's just not. I mean, those the little things. If your coach are like, we don't need to give away 5 yards for something that's easily fixed, and you see Coach right here's the card leaning against him right now. So it's posted up. I think that card has its own Instagram.
It should.
It's a celebrity. Sometimes they get the book on another team. That's the book.
That is the book.
That is the book. Will look great opportunity to score kickoff coming up. And that kicker that had the extra point is kicking off right now, of course, giving him some love. Gustavo Zamora, the junior, number 30. Will look great opportunity to score kickoff. Fielded by Will Young, the dangerous Will Young, and he just skidding and skedaddling, and good job for them to corral him at the 27-yard line. Will Lou Gray, over 100 years of helping students build a better future. Now, Will Young just fumbled that play and was scoop and score. Let's see if this is a penalty. Mark it down, looks like. But let's see if that affects his confidence. And I bet it does not, Joe.
Probably would not. I would be.
Shrine Bowler?
Yeah, man.
Got an illegal block in the back on the return team. 10 yards from the end of the run. First down.
I tell you what does not look good, though, is that field position. And momentum is in a balance, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And what did Coach Sharpie complain about at halftime? The holding penalty.
Exactly what we just saw right there, a penalty.
So he's saying he's not seeing them.
Coach never does.
Nope. That's exactly right. Maybe on film, but not in public.
Film,
yeah, not on there, but not for the refs. He's gonna make them explain it, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Sox is gonna roll right, looking that way, and just throws it in. Again, I told you they're throwing the ball in traffic. Both quarterbacks have thrown the ball in traffic. Brookland Cayce hasn't thrown much at all, but it's been some risky throws. That one could have been picked.
That was great coverage downfield, Stacy. They had 3 in the pattern right there, and Sox just kind of rolled out, and they're going to get an ineligible play.
Which happens when you hold the ball.
Yeah, well, when you're waiting that long to throw the
ineligible downfield on offense.
But I mean, Sox is kind of lucky, I think, to get that back again. There's 3 in the pattern. I thought he would just try to eat it at the end, but he tried to force something down the field. And
I thought he might even take off and just gain a yard or two.
Or try that, yeah.
So a little Michael Jackson moonwalk now for Brookland Cayce. They go back 5 again. That's back-to-back penalties. You can't be happy with that. Obviously, but momentum is in a balance. You've been in command the whole game. That's going to be the Wildcat snap. And Dreer trying to get this crowd involved. It's not a big crowd, but they're trying to get momentum and get the ball back to their offense, who's been hot here now after being shut out. It's down 21-0 at one point, don't forget. And now it's 28-14. And
Jimmy Thompson on the carry. They just snapped it to Young, who handed it off to Thompson. He doesn't get a whole lot there.
Yeah. Joe, we haven't seen Brookland Cayce behind the chains much tonight, have we?
Not a lot, no, Stacy. I mean, their first 3 possessions were all ended up in the end zone. But these last couple.
Yeah, this is kind of new territory for them, but they're going to keep it on the ground. They're a running team. And look, right in the middle of the backfield, that was that guy, Jeffcoat, again. He blew that play up, and help came quickly. And some of the familiar names we've called all night, Holman, Howe.
Yeah, but you called it, Stacy. It was Jeffcoat who just absolutely blew that play up right from the jump. I mean, they couldn't block him. And this is what Corey Jenkins told us before the game tonight, that you can't block this kid. I mean, they have to go 2-on-1 and just try to do something with him in practice. And that's, whether you make the tackle or not, you want that defensive lineman just to blow something up.
Yeah, he plays on the other side of the line of scrimmage. And that's kind of and Willie Smith, the touchdown maker, had a touchdown, and running back just made that clean up that hit. It's going to be a reverse. And they have room. This is the young man who had touched the ball early in the ball game. Another good tackle that time. It looked like he had potential to go somewhere. That was Jaden Rollins, but good tackle by Dreer.
Tell you what, Stacy, don't look now, but Dreer's got a chance here, and you call the reverse right here. There's a pitch back, going back the other way goes Jaden Rollins, but he's unable to get that corner turn like he wants to. That's good. It's good discipline out there by that Dreer defense, and credit the guy who just returned the fumble, Cordell Scales. He makes a stop on third down, and now Dreer's going to get it back.
Yeah, 7-on-7 crime right there. Coach Robbie Wells, the head basketball coach over on the sideline, he coaches up the receivers and defensive backs. High snap, and just a long time holding that ball with a rugby kick, and Croxton has a chance to return there. If they don't have a block in the back here, it's going to be a decent field position there. The ball's going to be at the 47 or so yard line, and man, Dreer's in business to do business, Joe.
Yes, they are. And again, you saw Sox right there. Almost, he kind of gave that a look like he went ahead and punted it.
Seems like there's so much I could do with the name Sox. I just haven't been able to come up with anything, Joe. I'm a little frustrated with myself right now. I don't know, it's right there. It's right there.
It is. It's close.
It's close.
It's close.
It's Coach Sharpie right there. He wasn't a happy camper up big going into halftime. He's definitely not going to be happy if Dreer continues to switch this momentum around.
Mm-hmm.
Ball's at the 46-yard line. Going to be a give to the diminutive one in the backfield. He just, that's just a body slam right there. That's the body slam by Nick Matthews, 6'6", 190, a junior. That's a big kid right there.
Look at him.
Ooh, he's tall. That's a long, tall
Looks
kid.
about a Mid-Atlantic Championship wrestling right here.
watch
Stacy
this.
watches. He goes whoop, bump, just like that.
Wow.
That could have been unnecessary roughness.
It could have been. If I'm Zion William Hayes, I almost have to fight him after that. I almost gotta think about fighting him after that. That was rude.
That's a good play nonetheless by Nick Matthews.
Absolutely. Second and
TFL.
14. Yeah, loss of 4 on the play. And they're going to fake it this time and throw across the middle and wide open. Nice play call, good throw, good catch. Croxton with the reception. It's a Southeastern Foundation and Cross Base Repair first down. Good throw by Fuller. Take a look, Joe.
Fake on the run. He's going to roll out, and he kind of throws back against his body a little bit, but a great route that time by Riley Croxton. Open over the middle. Big gain at the 24 of BC, and here comes Dreer.
John Weed, number 15, smoked out the play and prevented a touchdown there. John Weed, number 15. Southeastern Foundation first down. Shotgun, give to Cruz. Cruz is trying to bounce it outside and fighting hard just for 2 yards in that play. Good job up front by Brookland Cayce.
Give credit to Nehemiah Daniels on the stop that time of Cruz.
Cruz hasn't been able to get on track.
Really,
he likes that kid a lot, but he's not played a lot of snaps, though. I think he's only third carry of the ball game, I believe. But the guy we like, the senior Zion William Hayes, has played well.
Yes, he has.
So Cruz in again. They're going to fake it to him, and under pressure is Fuller, and it's going to be a flag. Looks like it's maybe a hold right here.
That's a good job by Colby Fuller to extend the play and find a guy across the way, but I don't think it's going to.
Illegal man downfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, illegal man down.
Again, when you kind of get a broken play like that, Stacy, somebody will leak out. Somebody up front on that line of scrimmage will leak out and get downfield, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I won't call the young man out, but a young man who got downfield, I saw, you can always tell after the play, he put his hands on his helmet as if I went too far, didn't I?
Yeah,
yeah you did. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be a little reverse skate that time for Dreer. They're now behind the sticks. Ball at the 28-yard line, Joe. 4:46 left to play in the third quarter. Stacy Huff, Joe Cashin over here, and you hadn't heard Amanda Poole's voice tonight.
Wish her well.
Wish her under the weather.
Soon.
Yeah, under the weather. Yeah, she'll be back with us next week, we believe. And so I've done the sideline reporting from up top tonight.
And you've done a magnificent job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And fighting again for yards just to get back to the original line of scrimmage is Cruz. He gets about 4. There's not a lot of room up the middle. I see what's wrong with Cruz. Cruz has a brace on his right leg, right? That's one thing that's going on. He's not even walking well. There's a thick brace on his right leg.
Thick.
So yeah. And he's a young man who's I think speed is supposed to be his thing. So that's probably why he's not looking like what I was maybe expecting tonight. He's in a lot of pain, it looks like.
He's trying to play through it.
Yeah, that's one reason why William Hayes is carrying the load so much as a smaller guy. 3 wides in the formation, 3rd and 10. This is a big play. The momentum is in the balance of this ball game. Under pressure, Fuller's going to break the pocket. Throws, he just that's adrenaline. He knew as soon as he let it go. He had too much adrenaline on that. Had William Hayes wide open, Joe.
He sure did. And again, a good job by Fuller to escape pressure, extend the play. He sees Zion William Hayes. You'll see it right here. Gets a good block right there to give him some time. And here goes William Hayes, and that's
a touchdown.
Yeah, he puts a little air under that, maybe kind of drops it in there. They might be kicking an extra point. As it is, it's 4th down and go for it time.
And when it's 4th and 10, when it's 10 yards on 4th, that puts a lot of pressure on your team because the other team knows you have to pass. And what they're going a lot of times they do is not necessarily a prevent, but they're just going to play soft coverage and keep everybody in front of them. It's a tough down there execute at 4th and 10. We'll see what they do with it here. And it's like we're going to get a timeout maybe. Oh, the referee says start the play clock, not the game clock. They said the game clock. They got to put so Corey wants more time. They got to put more time back on the clock. I think the play clock was supposed to be running, but it wasn't. And the game clock was, according to what the referee just yelled out. So if I'm Corey Jenkins, I want more time put back on that clock, and it's not happening. So. Fuller looks over the middle. Looks just like the last play. He's directing traffic. He can't hold. You can't hold that ball right there. Yeah. You got to get somebody to play down. You got to get somebody a chance downfield, and it's going to be a turnover on downs at the 30-yard line. Big stand for Brookland Cayce, Joe.
That is a big turning point in this game, Stacy. I mean, Dreer had gotten BC off the field on the previous possession, took over after the punt in great field position, drove it down there, and just could not advance it past the 24-yard line. And that's a great stand by this BC defense trying to hold Dreer off here.
That's good. That's Coach Sharpie right there. You see him holding up that wall right there. So with 3:22 to play, big turnover on downs created by the Brookland Cayce defense. Some penalties slowed Dreer on that drive as well. Both teams have had a lot of careless penalties. And we're going Wildcat now with Will Young taking the snap. He's going to give it the play we've seen several times. Devon Edwards, big hit at the 35-yard line, huge collision. And he's not getting up real quick. He's going to get him up, but he was down for a second. That was a big collision.
BC just kind of running a sweep into the short side of the field right here. They had some numbers over here, got good blocking over there, cuts it back, puts the foot in the ground, cuts it back, and he takes a big hit. Looks like Scales got to him.
John Pullman, number 8.
Pullman, was that Pullman?
Yeah, Pullman 8 was in there. And tell you what, this game has been physical, though, Joe.
Yes, it has.
Gain of 7 on that play, 2nd down and 3, and under 3 minutes now in the 3rd quarter. There's still a lot of time to play, but if you're Dreer, that man number 1 right there has been the problem all night. He's going to keep it this time, and they're doing a better job of not giving him the big gashing runs, but he's still so effective, you know, even after contact.
Now, he just keeps the legs moving, Stacy. I mean, he's just been so hard to bring down. I mean, his legs just keep on going, but keep churning. He keeps moving, stays on his feet, not down at first contact, you know.
Southeastern Foundation cross space repair, 1st down, needed 3, got 4. That's what he's kind of been doing all night. He gets a little bit more than needed, and a lot of it is, like you said, driving those legs after contact. Ball's just across the 40-yard line, headed down toward the 2-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. Sox back in at quarterback. High snap. And there's Young, and he's got the outside. It's going to be some, got to be on angle. You had better get an angle on him right there. That's a Southeastern Foundation cross space repair, 1st down. Good job playing the angle to get him out of bounds, because if he could have cut that back, and I think that's what he wanted to do.
He did.
Take a look at the end of this run right here.
He's going to go left, and then Dreer brings a lot of people, and by the time he breaks the line of scrimmage, there's not a lot back there for Dreer to try to stop this, and he just does step out right there. He'd been able to spin it back a little bit.
6 foot 170. He's a Shrine Bowler. And again, they don't just hand that out like candy. Getting some interest from the Coastal Carolinas of the world. Joe Cash, you know a little something about Coastal Carolina. Big win on Tuesday, huh?
Man, huge win. Go to Boone and finally win. Finally beat App on their field. Better believe it.
Absolutely. Again, contact and good try for 2 yards, but good tackle by Willie Smith for Dreer. For those that don't know, Joe Cashin, longtime play-by-play voice of Coastal Carolina, and you've seen the good and bad ups and downs of that program, and them and Appalachian State have a real rivalry, and to go on the road and win that had definitely a momentum changer.
It is. It's been a good rivalry since the FBS, since Coastal won FBS in 2017. It's 4-3, App, and so we've won 3 of the last 4. So
there you go. 2nd and 8 coming up. 1:30 Left in the third. That's the heavy jumbo. They have an offensive lineman in front of Will Young. He's going to give it to, oh, good tackle that time. Carries by Sullivan Castles, and who was that?
Well,
20.
Eli McCollum, the linebacker, senior linebacker. Watch this. Eli McCollum just sniffs this out. He's not even touched. Watch this. Whoop, boom. He comes up there, and that's how you put somebody down for a TFL.
He read them from the book of Eli.
Hey, oh, there you go.
He read this. Yeah, he threw the book at him.
There you go.
That was a big hit, though. Young man's been around the ball a lot. It's the first time we really called him out on a solo tackle like that, but he's been around some plays. They use him up at that line of scrimmage a lot. The bell's tolling now, 3rd and 9. The bell's tolling for the
I'll take a time
3rd down, and yep, as the Sharpie is. We may stay here with them, but when you're a team that doesn't want to throw the ball, it's 2 downs probably for Brookland Cayce.
I would think so too, yeah.
But it's Dreer. Last time we thought they were in a situation like this, though, they faked it. Remember, threw the pass up top. Let's take a look at what's coming up on Watch Fox this weekend. You want to keep your TV locked in on Watch Fox. Indiana takes on number 2 ranked Michigan, the Wolverines, John Harbaugh, and those guys at noon on Watch Fox. And, of course, take that, Jim Harbaugh. And Iowa at 4 o'clock taking on Wisconsin. Big time. On Wisconsin. My producer, K-Pass, is a Wisconsin native. And the nightcap at 8 o'clock p.m., number 18 ranked, the Bruins of UCLA taking on number 15 ranked Oregon State. So lock it in. Noon, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock. And let's look at Sunday on Watch Fox. San Francisco just beat a team that I like a lot, like a drum last week. Good old-fashioned butt whooping. At 1 p.m., they're going to take on the Browns. Deshaun Watson's not playing in that game, by the way. And at 4:25, the Eagles, the defending NFC champions, taking on the New York Jets at 4:25. So Watch Fox is your spot. Lock it in all weekend long, getting the recline on beverages and all that. After a great radio show. There's a great radio show in Columbia that comes on at 10 o'clock tomorrow. You can check that out first before. I won't plug that whole thing. It's a great radio show. 3rd and 9, and look at this. 3rd and 9, they're going to get about 6 yards with Will Young and bring it up 4th and more manageable. I almost plugged the whole radio show, but I gave a little something.
There you go.
We have Joe Cashin going to be a guest on there in early November. Joe Cashin will be a November guest on the show. Will that be the last play of the 3rd quarter? Will they just milk it? I think they're going to walk to the other end of the field.
They don't have to snap it.
Nope. 4th and 4 coming up. We got time to think about it. Change of quarters. And we have 3 chapters of a 4-chapter story will be complete, and they're going to put 4 fingers in the air. It's the fair in town. To me, it's the symbol of fall coming, and, of course, great fall football weather here. Sonic FNR Game of the Week from downtown Columbia, South CAC. Brookland Cayce 28, Dreer 14. The 4th quarter is going to be hot. You don't want to miss it. Come on back.
Get your local breaking news, traffic, and weather updates for your evening with Freddie Clairvaux and Josh Knight. Weekdays on Watch Fox News at 5. Local first.
The students of today are the leaders of tomorrow, and our Skywatch weather team enjoys teaching young people the science of weather. If you'd like a member of our team to visit your school, send us an email to weatherschool@watch.com.
Sponsored by Steve Padgett's Honda of Lake Murray.
The Sonic 2 for $7 deal lets you choose from the Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, or foot-long chili cheese coney. Any 2 for $7. Because that friend that says they only want 1 bite never just wants 1 bite. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
The guy that I was working with, he was moving very quickly, ran over my ankle and my calf with the hand truck. When I knew I needed help, I Googled workers' comp lawyer, and that's how I found Stewart Law. I was very confident in what I was told in the beginning. They was at every phone call, every situation, all the time. I said, you're definitely my partner. You're definitely on my side. If you want someone you can count on, these people go over and beyond the limits.
At Founders, we know your finances matter. That's why we have loans for any reason.
Can Founders help us with our mortgage?
Of course.
Can Founders get me an
auto loan? Not a problem.
Nice.
Can we do something about this?
Home improvements? Absolutely.
How about just getting ahead?
Pay down some bills? We can do that. When you need a loan, our great low rates give you the opportunity to invest in the most important thing, you. So relax. At Founders, we're with you every step of the way.
With Sonic Trick or Treat Blasts, you get Oreo cookie pieces, Heath Toffee, and M&M's minis blended together in one enchanting treat. Give your inner child some dessert, or it might throw a minor temper tantrum. Sonic Trick or Treat Blasts.
We're at the start of the fourth quarter on the Sonic FNR Game of the Week, the party known far and wide as the FNR Game of the Week. Thanks, Sonic, for their sponsorship. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin up here, and we want to show you a play here. We have a fancy telestrator. What's going on, Joe?
All right, so you see this big run by Will Young right here. He's going to get some good blocking at the point of attack. See it right there. So he takes the handoff. He's going to get some good lineman action there. Gets a good seal right there. And boom, he's able to hit that corner.
And the boom didn't show. We didn't get the boom on camera. I don't think we got
the boom. I tried to write the boom right there, but didn't get the boom right there. And
we didn't get the boom on there.
All the telestrator action.
Joe
we tried.
Cashin Madden.
There we go. Boom, but that was a big run nonetheless. So they're going to go for it on fourth if they start
fourth and four under center. And Sox, he's fighting for it. I tell you what. Jeff Coat blew it up once again, and it's going to be a turnover on downs, and Dreer fans are in full voice, but the quarterback hands off and leads him into the hole, which is something you don't see all the time.
No, you don't.
But big 55 right there, Jeff Coat. Corey Jenkins said he's hard to block.
And he's been hard to block here tonight. They try to pull and guard right there, but, I tell you what,
and Smith.
You give credit to Smith right there. Smith really was kind of the one who got over there and jammed that whole thing up. Willie Smith, who scored a touchdown earlier for Dreer tonight.
He's had a couple of big hits, too, a lot of big hits.
Sure has.
Well,
There's still time here for Dreer, plenty of time.
Oh yeah. They need to score right here, 11:50. And because they are a passing team, they have the quick strike ability even more so than Brookland Cayce. They just had some misfires on us, some mistiming. But I passed the Croxton show promise last drive. Let's see if they can get some chunks of yards right here. Look, dancing into the secondary. William Hayes. Gain of 16. Southeastern Foundation across base repair first down. Zion William Hayes, talk about it.
BC went with a three-man front right here. Pretty light box, and you just hand it off straight up the middle, and Zion William Hayes finds some running room. You call it. Stacey, 16-yard pickup. That's a good start for Drew to this drive.
Absolutely. You give him a three-man box, you're supposed to run that. That's an easy call right there. I guess they were expecting to pass, but it's a lot of time left in the ball game.
Yep.
Don't have to necessarily pass. So good chunk of yards. Southeastern Foundation crawl space repair first down. 4 wides in this formation. They're going to try it again. This time, Nada Nunca. And number 30, who's been around the ball quite a bit in this ball game, that's Nehemiah Daniels. Nehemiah Daniels, check him out. He's 5'8", 190.
He just blows in there. Just Nehemiah Daniels. He's able to get in there and make the tackle for
big.
loss of about 3.
Looks bigger than 190 too.
Sure does.
That might have been a couple of buffets ago. Weigh him again. Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12. 4 wides, 3 up top, 1 to the near sideline. He's going to look right. Has a man. It's the sophomore. He's got to get upfield right there, and he does right at the sticks. Talented sophomore running back, Caleb Berry. And they're going to mark it. It's going to be close. He's at the 49. I think that's where he needed to get.
He's going to be,
oh, my goodness.
About a half yard short where they spotted that, Stacey.
That wasn't a – well, that's where they spotted it. So third and a couple of feet, and then shotgun. Nobody goes under center that much anymore.
Nope.
And they're gonna go to the big bruising back, Smith, who's also the linebacker, and he needed a half a yard. He got about 12. Southeastern Foundation cross space repair first down from Willie Smith.
Power football. You need about a half yard. You just give it to the guy who scored a touchdown on the ground tonight, Willie Smith, and he's able to pound his way down for a first down.
Came into the ball game with 20 carries for 140 yards, and my ciphering tells me that's 7 yards a carry. Coach Jenkins likes Smith a lot. A junior, he'll get a lot of attention.
Yes.
Next year, he'll get some recruiting interest next year. Physical kid. Ball's at the 39-yard line, and they're going to give to William Hayes. Zion William Hayes dances for about 3.
Hayes for a pickup of about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 yards to go on the 36-yard line.
Maurer in on that play for Brookland Cayce that time. John Allen Maurer.
He and Smith. We talked about Smith. Maurer's a guy that goes both ways. Players on Dreer's team want them to get the call in. They're taking the time though. They're gonna have at least 2 possessions of the ball game, but This is a big drive. You don't score here, then the clock becomes a problem.
Yeah, it's a real problem if you don't score here.
4 wides in the formation. Croxton in the slot now. He's been a target often tonight. He's looking that way. He had Croxton, actually. Now he's going to go to him a little bit late. He got him. Yes, Croxton may score here. That's touchdown. Strike up the Dreer fight song. Full up to Croxton. South University touchdown. He had him. He was open for a moment. Take a look, Joe.
And again, get good credit for Fuller to extend this play. Croxton comes open, and William Young just kind of overruns that play right there. Back there playing center field, he kind of runs past the wide out, and that's 36 yards on the pitch and catch, and we got us a ball game, Stacy, with a long time to go.
A lot of time. It was a big drive. No wonder they took their time. That was a really good play call. They had some good ones. A lot of them involved that young man right there, Croxton. Number 14 right there, the senior. In for the extra point is going to be Gustavo Zamora. Nearly blocked. Hands to the sky. We have a 1-touchdown game. 28-21 BC over Dreer in a region matchup. Both teams 2-0. Somebody leaves with their first region loss. We got a good one.
For over 40 years, Sound and Images has been South Carolina's corporate multimedia partner for live events. Sound and Images is also your resource for commercial audiovisual installations. Help your teams collaborate more efficiently with a custom-crafted AV solution from Sound and Images. Whether you want a single monitor upgrade or a turnkey AV system, we are dedicated to helping you incorporate easy-to-use technology into your space. And we offer the best-in-class support and service. Elevate your AV. Call Sound and Images today.
We are here at 28-21 is where we stand. Brookland Cayce just saw their lead shrink in half. It was a 14-point lead, and now it's 7. Dreer just scored. They're taking momentum, and now coming up in the fourth quarter, we'll announce our Atkins Law Firm Player of the Game. Looking for a workers' comp attorney? Remember, who you hire matters. I was at that office today. I was over there talking to my guy, Joe Weidman, and Miss Shook and the crew over there. There's Corey Jenkins on your screen. Stacy Huff, Joe Cashin up in the booth. And we have a good one on our hands, Joe.
One ball game, Stacy.
Yes, sir. 9-11 left to play, and a lot of action ahead.
Absolutely. Appreciate everyone tuning in and watching this thing tonight. It's going to go down to the wire. 9-11 to decide it.
Kicking off right to left on your screen. Dreer in that black with blue trim. The Blue Devils. Brookland Cayce is a pooch kick. Brookland Cayce in there. White. Going to be caught at the 30. That was Sullivan Castle's corralling that at Will LeGray Opportunity School kickoff. Will LeGray Opportunity School, for over 100 years, we've been helping students build a better future. Helping those kids with the future is a big deal, and appreciate them for all they do as a sponsor.
Well, I feel like BC's got to put this ball in the air a little bit. Dreer's, they have decided William Young is not going to run all over us in the second half, and I feel like BC needs to kind of put this thing up a little bit, loosen that box up a little bit.
This to me is a personality challenge right now, because if the personality of Brookland Cayce, we're going to stubbornly run the ball, you'll see it right here. This will be a matter of, if they don't throw it here, it's just stubborn. We just think we're stronger than you, and there it is. A new back, and they bring a new fresh back in, and they're running the ball right down, and it's taken out of his hands, just stolen away from Brookland Cayce. Number 8, John Pullman just said, "Give me your cornbread." What a play.
And a face mask at the end on top of it, so tack on 15 yards. And watch this, Stacy. They give it right to Thompson. He has a nice little run right there, but you'd call it. Pullman just reaches in there and says, "You know what? That's my football, and I'm taking it away." And he goes back the other way, and you'll see it at the very end right here. They grab the helmet and the face mask. Going to get another 15 tacked on after this. So what a turn of events here.
I kept talking about momentum being in the balance.
Now, face mask on the offense during the return.
Momentum is no longer in the balance. Momentum is firmly wearing black with blue trim, blue numerals. That's Blue Devils at home. What a fight they put on after being down 21-0 at one point in this ball game.
And 28-7 too.
Yes,
with a pick six that started the second half.
Yes.
They were down 28-7, and now look at them.
You and I talked to Corey on the field before the game. I talked to him on the phone. We know the guy's story. Baseball, played a physical brand of quarterback for Lou Holtz, played a linebacker at the Miami Dolphins. By the way, helped part of that draft process, Will Muschamp. A lot of people don't know that. He was on that staff with Nick Saban at Miami. So with all that being said, just a tough dude, right? This team plays like their coach's personality.
They've shown that personality here tonight, the grittiness to hang in this thing. And
balls at the 25. And they're going to get physical themselves with Smith, the linebacker. And he's doing his version of the stubborn run. He's still running his legs, and I tell you what, he kept driving those legs. He's down close to a first down, Joe. It's going to be, if it's not a first down, it's going to be within a half a yard. Getting up slow. He might be tired. The kids play both ways a lot of the night. That's a grown man right there.
He's giving it every ounce of energy and heart that he's got.
Inside the Palmetto Citizens Federal Credit Union red zone, and it's second and less than a yard. Will they run it again? And the answer is yes. And he's got to use the legs this time because they knew it was coming. And I think it's going to be maybe a third and a very interesting few inches here.
I don't think he got there.
He didn't have to measure this, Joe. I don't think he got there either.
I think he got there.
He needs a blow right here. He's tired. Look, the tape is tired. His tape is tired. Tape is him tired, boss. Tape unraveling. Shirt out.
We just felt like BC had control of this game, but the scoop and score fumble turned this whole thing around that Dreer was able to return for the score.
Lath Jabali, the tight ends, now lined up off the line of scrimmage. They're going to try to run behind it. This is great play call, and to get out of bounds. Fuller kept it that time. A good time to call it. Great job by the offensive staff, Joe.
Yep. Think it one way. You think that Zion William Hayes is going to take it, and then Colby Fuller just pulls it out of his belly and takes it left side, and he's able to scamper ahead. And boy,
on the second time, only the second time they've done that all night. It's a great time to pull it out. It's a Southeastern Foundation crawl space repair first down. And Dreer has Brookland Cayce on roller skates right now. Yes. 7:45 to play in the game.
The Cordell Scales 28-yard fumble return for Dreer really turned this thing around.
Room on the right side. Was it a no flag? Thought it might have been a hole in that right side. And that's going to be a late. Could be a late hit over there by. Did the flag come out? Could have been a late hit by Young over there. He hit William Hayes well out of bounds. A couple of things looked funny that time. Looks like it was a player got turned around, it looks like. I thought it might have been a little hold action, no call. Second down and about 4, Joe.
Pick up a first down without scoring. Down inside the 3.
Shotgun snap. William Hayes, room to run. It's a touchdown. Dreer, strike up the Dreer fight song. Touchdown. Zion William Hayes, South University touchdown. And we're one extra point away from a tie ball game.
Great blocking out there on the corner. And credit big number 55. We've talked about him on defense all night. How about the block for Charles Jeffcoat to spring Zion William Hayes into the end zone, and an extra point, as you said, Stacy, from being all even.
This has been quite a comeback by Dreer. Looks like they were on the mat down for the 3 count, and they had their foot on the rope before the 3 count. That's a whole wrestling maneuver. They put their foot on the rope. Hands to the sky. Extra point is good by number 30, Gustavo Zamora. We have a tie ball game with 7:36 to play. We'll be right back for the thrilling conclusion of this one.
When the flu hits, access to immediate quality care is essential for a quick recovery. Don't drive up your healthcare costs by going to the ER. Visit Doctor's Care to get you and your family back on track with comprehensive care to fight the cold, COVID, and flu season. Open late and on the weekends. No appointment necessary. Save time. Check in online at any of our 18 Midlands area locations at doctorscare.com. Doctor's Care. Feel better today.
I get thanked a lot for being out in the community, walking, being a police officer. It's not like I did anything special or anything like that. You're doing your job, but you do get thanked from the community. They're grateful.
I'll put Columbia up against a lot of larger cities as far as interaction with law enforcement. I think we're on the positive side. We're not on the negative side.
You have to experience this for yourself. Come find your center at the Columbia Police Department.
We are back, and we played 3.5 quarters, and we settled nothing. The score is 28-all. Stacy Huff, Joe Cashin, glad to have you with us here on another Sonic FNR Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week. Corey Jenkins and his Dreer Blue Devils have fought back. That's Corey Jenkins, a former Gamecock, former Miami Dolphin, former Dreer Blue Devil, to be exact. His team has really shown a lot of grit, Joe.
They certainly have, and I've said it a couple of times. It felt like BC had control of this game, and they did up until the fumble by William Young, and then the scoop and score return by Dreer, by Cordell Scales.
Coach Sharpie was on your screen right there. Will, look, great opportunity. School kickoff coming up. The Blue Devils kicking off right to left. Squib kick, a pooch kick, check that, and bobbled. Will Young, they need to stay in their lanes because he could break. Oh, that's a good tackle because he might have had some room. He might have had some room to run had he got through that first wave there. Somebody got a hand on his leg and upended him.
John Pullman, and not might have. He did, Stacy. He had some green turf in front of him.
Green grass and opportunity.
If Pullman doesn't grab him by the shoe tops, that could have been from disaster to the top of the mountain if you're BC.
Yes, that really definitely talking about a momentum shift. Because right now, Brookland Cayce has really looked shook. That last turnover has to affect you. They put her back in for his first carry of the game, and that was Jimmy Thompson, and he had it taken out of his hands. Only a sophomore, though.
Yep.
Good looking back. This could be an end around this time to Devon Edwards. A big hit, but a good gain. Boy, they're popping pads out there. They're popping pads. Bowens with the big blow that time for Dreer, but a gain of about 7. Gain of 6. Give it 6 on it, Joe. And look at the clock. The clock becomes a factor as we go down the wire here because only so many possessions left. Dreer needs the ball back.
Yep, and they still have 3 timeouts, and you're not in a situation yet where you have to start calling them. But if you're BC, you'd like to pick up gains just like this.
Absolutely. If you're BC,
grind out a few first downs.
Yep. If you're BC, the chunk yards, 6-7 yards of play is good. Round the left side, Edwards thought he had a little bit of room, but good tackle that time. That was Pullman again? Bowen. That was Bowen's number 9, I believe, on that tackle. Yeah. 3rd down.
Well, I thought Edwards had some room. If he just kept maybe going to the outside, it looked like he tried to pop it back in. But I think if he kept going outside, maybe he picks up something there.
I talked about personality drives. BC, this is their personality. The clock's really on their side with the ball. They want to grind it out. Somebody moved early, it looks like. It's going to be a first down. Southeastern Foundation Crawl Space Repair, first down. They just fired off that ball real quick. I think that was Sox. Now, when Sox is out of the game, they go Wildcat to, yeah, they go Wildcat to Young, which is dangerous. And they are in no hurry, Joe. They want this to be the last possession of the game if they could help it.
That's what you kind of can discern that right now, watching their pace of play.
Yes, sir. And this time they're going to fake it to Edwards, and Young picking his way, but it's just, oh my goodness, he's on a body slam. There's that man again, 55, Charles Jeffcoat, just beasting out there.
Dreer's defense has done such a better job against William Young in this half. Jeffcoat, a senior. I don't have any stats or a statistician sitting here, but I would love to know.
Yeah, he's got a ton of a boatload of tackles.
Exactly, and you really don't. Yeah, it's not like you're really expecting that out of his position. You just want to tie up blockers, be a problem, create havoc in there. But he's done all of that and tackle people.
He can't, like Corey Jenkins said, he can't be blocked.
That's what he told us before the ball game.
Gonna fake it, going up. Oh, wanted to go up top. He hasn't thrown all night. Broken field. I tell you, that's not a bad job by Smith. Tackle him. It's going to be a first down, though. Southeastern Cross Space Repair, first down.
That's a great job by the Dreer defense. So they wanted to fake it like that Young was going to run it. Then he all of a sudden pulled up, decided he wanted Javon Edwards down the field. You see it right there. Oh, no, I don't have it. So pull it down. Let's take off and get what we can. And he's able to scamper up to the second level and pick up a big first down as we go under 5 minutes.
That's a big run that time with the clock being on their side with the ball. Motion man there, but they give it to him this time. Oh, that's a good burst of speed that time, and they're just getting chunks now, Joe.
That running game is getting revved up again, and we've got an injured Dreer Blue Devil down there. It's going to be close to a first down.
Be second down and a long 2 yards to go. Part 3.
Actually, yeah, it's going to be second and about 2, maybe 3.
So as a player down, we'll get a number. I don't want to guess, but it's a player down for Dreer at right around the 43-yard line.
Thank you to our friends from Brookland Cayce High School. We're so glad that you came over to Memorial Stadium for the Battle of the Congaree River tonight.
It's Tyrone Bowens.
He's played himself a game too, buddy.
Yes. Junior linebacker slash defensive tackle.
It's going to be interesting to see if they try some run blitzes or some kind of way to get into that backfield, because 2nd and 3, another first down is going to definitely guarantee that, it's going to definitely make it odds unlikely that Dreer ever touches the ball again in regulation. So you feel like they need a stop right here, Joe.
Absolutely, you do.
4 more downs is going to be a problem. And there's that man again. He got just enough. Got about a yard extra for the first down. They're going to move those chains again. Southeastern Foundation and Crawl Space Repair, first down.
Like some old power I formation look right there. Look that time right there for BC. Just go everybody in the box. The game is being played in a box right now.
It'll be interesting to see. Again, I keep saying the clock. What is Dreer going to do? They can't. I mean, giving up the 4 and 5 yards is not going to be it. They maybe run blitz, maybe. Because, I mean, at this pace right here is setting up for Brookland Cayce to ice the game and just run it down their throws 4 or 5 yards at a time. And they're going to throw it and dropped and stops the clock. Interesting play call. Yep. Very interesting play call. Now it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10, which is, if you're Dreer, you got a better shot.
You get a stop here, maybe. I mean, get them run a ball. If you're BC, you run the ball, you get a stop here. If you're Dreer,
you get a better shot of stopping Young in 3 plays to get 10 than you do if it was 2nd and short. And there he is right there, and just again running through contact, but good tackle. Somebody's helmet's off. That's Smith's helmet's off. He's got to come out of play. And he made a big thump right there.
Sure did.
3rd and long.
Got that hole nicely, made the stop. Let's see.
They're giving Smith as they're going to call a timeout. Now, if they call a timeout, do they get to keep Smith in the ball game because he was coming out the game because he lost his helmet? There's Coach Sharpie on your screen right there. You feel the suspense, the pressure. I love it. This is drama, Joe. We have
what is this, Stacey?
Drama,
We
right?
got a close game in the 4th quarter.
Yes.
What's going on around here?
Exactly. It's foreign territory. Took us a few weeks to get it here, but
a few weeks. Yes, it did take us a few. But it's great to be here. You know, I mean, this thing is in the balance. Score tie, 3.5 minutes.
I love it.
Doesn't get any better than this
at all.
We'll see here in the final 3:30.
Coach Jenkins, Coach Sharpie coaching up the guys. Coach Sharpie working hard over there. Intense gentlemen, both of them.
Keep in mind, BC's got a pretty good kicker in John Allen Mauer. We watched him kick in warm-ups. He can boot it.
Corey's calling another timeout. He's calling a timeout. He wanted a timeout in the first place.
Yeah.
He wants a word with the official. He wants a word. He wants an explanation. He wants some explaining to be done.
Hey, Christy Woods, your local Sonic.
So Dreer takes their first time out here at the 3.5 minute mark.
They were trying to avoid taking Smith out the ball game, and he's gonna sit out of play. That's what I think. That's what he's trying to call the timeout too. But I think they're gonna make him sit out of play either way. Which I don't know that rule. I admit I don't know that rule. But if it's a timeout, can a player not come back in to get his helmet on?
And watch all of the highlights from tonight.
Smith has been so key for this team on both sides.
Yes, he has
on
both sides tonight. No question about that.
They recap all the Midlands High School football games. And that's every Friday night on Watch Pop.
So interesting strategy, certainly here down the stretch. Both of these teams, Brookland Cayce marching to try to get themselves into scoring range. If you're Dreer, you want to try to save some time here if you can.
3:30 left, 3rd and 7. If you're Brookland Cayce, you're thinking you're going to roll up your sleeves and say Will Young get you 7 yards in 2 plays. If you're Corey Jenkins, you got to sell out for the run.
I think so too. I think so too.
I tell you what, that young man's going to sleep well tonight, right? Will Young.
No question. He plays both ways, special teams.
Yeah, don't really leave the field. And he's going to be in Wildcat running. They're going to snap it to him with 2 linemen in the backfield. And it's going to be, they caught, you know what? Good play, good defensive play call. They were ready for it. They're going to call a timeout. They had Edwards on the end around, and Dreer was waiting on it. And they're not, the clock is running.
I think you see the reverse action again right there, and they were ready for Edwards. More credit. Give credit to number 7 that time, Cordell Scales. He has had a huge second half of this Dreer defense. He had the scoop and score TD, which really turned this game around early in the 3rd, and he was able to get out there. He stayed at home on that reverse, made the play.
The clock is still rolling, though, so Dreer.
Yeah, he didn't call it. I thought he might. But
and I think maybe
Coach Jenkins says we're not going to do it right now. And if you're Coach Sharpie, are you punting here, or are you going to go for this thing? Ball's at the 36.
He's going to call a timeout right at the end of the play clock. He was standing by the referee with his hands ready.
Yep, kind of in no man's land.
So they milked it. I'll tell you what, that's the reason that not only that was a good play for it because of the result of the play, but the way what it sets up, Joe. Had they even got 2 or 3 yards, just more of a percentage that you go for it. Yes. Now with 8, and you're not a passing team.
Not a percentage down here. 4th down and 8's not percentage play, but what do you do?
And they have not been comfortable passing the ball all night. So
not really.
Yeah. So, now it becomes a chess match even more so. But I like the fact that after the timeouts and all that, they're stopping the play. They were I would have keyed on Will Young. A lot of people would have. They were ready for Edwards.
Well schooled. Yeah. Ready for that reverse.
Corey Jenkins said something interesting to us on the field before the game. He said he's going back to his NFL days, studying film.
Yep.
He said he thinks the more he's studying film a little differently now, and he thinks he's ready for a lot of things. That was a good job by the whole staff right there. But Sharpie has Sox in 5 wide receivers in the formation. Let's see if they're trying to get him to jump.
If they don't, he may just try to pooch this thing. This might be like a quick kick.
But if he gets 5 free yards, he goes for it. He runs it. And if you drill, you got to be disciplined not to move right here. And he's going to throw it up.
They're going to throw it. They're going to throw it down the middle.
And guess what? They got it. They threw it for a first down. How about that? Southeastern Foundation, cross base repair first down. What a throw by Sox to Young, the guy that you cannot let beat you, and sat down in that zone and good throw, good catch, first down.
Might be the play of the game right there, Stacy, for Brookland Cayce. I mean, they go for it on 4th down and 8, and they hit it. Credit them. They ran it and hit it.
And now they're going under center. And Young just outran a man over there. Good hit. That's just a good hit on that side right there. Jaden Haygood, the senior. I thought that play was about to pop.
Thought so too. Thought he might put a foot in the ground and turn that corner, hit the perimeter and go, but boy, Haygood was right there.
And no hurry now. Brookland Cayce in no hurry. So I don't think a field goal is an option either. I think they think they're just going to simply systematically run the ball down. Remember, first down, stop the clock.
See, now the clock's the problem for Dreer. I mean, I think if you get a stop here, they're going to have to call a timeout.
And stop is the first problem. They didn't get it. First down inside the 10. Palmetto Citizens Federal Credit Union, red zone, Southeastern Foundation, cross base repair, first down. That play right there was problematic. Rusty Sharp and his Brookland Cayce Bearcats are in position to win this ball game.
Now, if you're Dreer, do you let them score? If they run a play, do you just let them score? Because you got to get the ball back. You got to have some, have some time.
Try to pull the ball out. That's what they're going to try to do, and that's just a good job by Will Young. Good job by Brookland Cayce answering the bell. They manned up. They rolled their sleeves up. Out physical Dreer at the point of attack those last 4 or 5 downs. Let's go Sharpie right there. And again, I said it's a will thing, right? They will wait. He's going to muscle up. He's going to muscle up and just say, we'll run the ball down your throat.
Man, I'll tell you what, this clock is going to be down around 1:15, 1:13 maybe when they snap it.
And they going heavy jump on that. They got 2 linemen in front of Young, and he's going to ease into the end zone. Touchdown, BC Bearcats. Strike up the Bearcat fight song. South University touchdown. Will Young has been the man of the night.
His 3rd touchdown tonight, and this is just power football off the right side. He gets those 2 lead blockers in front of him, and they just kind of carve out space.
And flag on the play. There may be some extracurriculars after the play. It may be a personal foul. If it is, it may be on Dreer. That frustration got to be on 10 over there. Flag down. No, he's talking to Coach Jenkins, so the flag is going to be on BC. It looks like it's on Brookland Cayce.
Does that take the touchdown off the board?
No, it's going to be after. It's going to be if it's on sportsmanlike, it'll be after the play.
No, yeah,
yeah, we don't.
Result of the is
Okay,
a
after the
touchdown. We have an unsportsmanlike
Okay.
conduct penalty on White.
Yeah,
It's going to be taken on the kickoff.
take it on the kickoff. So extra point coming up. 34-28 your score.
And that's big on the kickoff, Stacy, because that backs them up 15, and that's going to give Dreer, you would think, some really good field position at 1:12 and 2 timeouts.
So it may rest on the arm of Fuller.
It's going to.
Yeah. Mauer, the senior tight end and kicker. Hands to the sky. Brookland Cayce retakes the lead. They led most of the ball game, 35-28. On the Sonic FNR Game of the Week. This has been a barn burner. 1:12 left to settle it.
73-yard march when they had to have it.
That was huge. That's big. Let's go Sharp right again. They muscled up. They muscled up and said, we're going to just be the more physical team right here.
15 plays. And the big one, obviously, 4th down and 8 pass completion.
pass.
They hit for the first down.
Yep. With all that I said, the pass, Joe.
The pass was the one.
Was the one. Because everything looked like they were just going to stubbornly try to force feed the football down the throat of Dreer, and they go to the air, and the big completion they needed.
6 minutes and 14 seconds melted off the clock. And so now they'll kick off from the 25. And this is going to give Dreer a really good opportunity. 1:12 and 2 timeouts is certainly very doable.
Now, we know Brookland Cayce has been squib kicking it all night. Now, let's see if they put some playmakers. See, Jaden Haygood's out here. You had the receiver. They're smart now. They got some playmakers out here in this second line right here. Caleb Berry. If they squib kick it to the wrong person and you get a gap. But Brookland Cayce is just really – I salute Will LeGray Opportunity School kickoff. I give Dreer a lot of credit for responding, and you got to give Brookland Cayce the same amount of credit for – they were staggering. They took some blows, and that's just a testimony to their coaching staff and their fortitude. Studying those steps right there, and this time he got a lot of footage. So he didn't squib kick this one. They needed to go out of bounds, and it did not. Now, if he touched it, that's
where they're going to have it.
That's an unfortunate situation for Dreer. It didn't, because the ball just checked up. It didn't go out of bounds.
It checked up and it bounced back towards the field of play and didn't go out of bounds. Stacy, what a terrible break for Dreer. My goodness.
1 second goes off the clock.
But if you're BC, holy cow, watch this now. This is a great kickoff right here. He kind of does the right thing here. You're going to watch that thing. You're thinking it's going to go, but it goes back the other way. and then he touches it because he kind of gets caught in no man's land, Jaden Haygood. And, man.
It bounced toward him. He hit him.
Oh, boy, just when you think they're going to get great field position after the penalty, now they got to go 91 yards.
That's good strategy at the time to kick it over everybody's head, because they've been doing those squib kicks most of the night. And this time, he just said, you guys are going to come up and try to pop one on us. We'll just kick it over your head and burn some clock. I mean, I think they were really trying to just drive him back for a long return, but they got even better. No return, and him inside the 10-yard line. So 91 yards to tie the game for Dreer. And they're going to start with a short pass to Croxton. He's trying to get out of bounds. Now, the Sonic,
check the Sonic guy.
The Sonic hot dog got hit. Now I'm hungry.
He put some ketchup on the hot dog. Yes. He's okay though. Watch this hit right here. Boom!
Yo, got to keep your head on the swivel, my guy. Look, he fought it for a moment. He tried to hang on for 1 second, and that right foot couldn't catch grass.
Goodness! Thumbs up to that guy.
Yeah, bless his heart.
Check him out.
Bless his heart. Guy or gal. I don't know who's it for. Guy. But now I'm hungry.
Oh my goodness!
Second and 2.
That's got to make the nationwide highlight reel next week, Stacey. That's got to be there.
That should. That was definitely. And both mascots hanging together.
And now he's hanging behind
the Blue Devil.
The Blue Devil's going to take the hit next time.
Absolutely. Looking that way. You got to get that ball out your hands. And he has an easy throw and catch. That's a Southeastern Foundation cross-pitch repair first down. They're going to give him that. This reminds me of the end of the second end of the half.
Just about to say that, Stacy. This end of the first half, kind of working the boundaries over here without the outer third. Catch it, get out of bounds, save some clock. And they've only run 9 seconds so far.
Yeah, at some point they got to get vertical over the middle. Croxton's been their guy over the middle. They hit him for a couple of big ones. He's looking right. Oh, you got to catch that if you, Haygood. And he had Mauer bound down on him right there. Mauer was going to probably make a good tackle there, but
he was going to pick up a first down. That's a big thing right now. You want a fresh set of downs.
Right, because it's 3rd and yard and a half or so. The main thing is keeping possession. And I think they're going to give him that pass again, though. They give him that pass, but they just wasted some time. Watch the pass rush of Brookland Cayce, too. Corey Jenkins on the sidelines again. Watch the pass rush. They're only rushing 3, but they got some big boys up there. They're going to run it. That's a good job, good play call, because it's going to stop the clock. They needed 3 yards, and looks like he got about 9.
He wanted to get on the ground now
right,
to save the time.
And Brookland Cayce didn't mind dragging that play out a little bit. Southeastern Foundation cross space repair first down, but 49.4 seconds. At this point, you got to start looking vertical. Brookland Cayce, not necessarily prevent, but one guy that got back there is number 1. He's dangerous. Will Young is back at safety. Let's see if they make a play over the middle. There it is. Got him. Caught. First down inside the 45-yard line. Dreer Blue Devils, 38.2 seconds. I think they have a timeout.
They have got 2, and he's going to take one right here.
Smart call right there, Corey Jenkins. The middle was where I was saying it was going to be able to take a look, Joe.
Yep, good blocking, good protection, gives him time to throw, and he just drops it in there. Beautiful. Terrific throw. Haygood is right there to make the catch, and boy, Dreer is in business. Well, what a battle they put on here tonight. These two teams have battled it out, but
both teams
Dreer could have, they were down and out, down 3 scores twice in this game, and here they are. They're at the 34. This is very doable. 38 seconds and a timeout in the pocket.
Coach Sharpie wants a call over there. I think he's saying they may be getting away with a little holding. Both coaches want all the calls, though.
I kind of thought they might have been a little bit right there.
There's a little something extra on the blocking there.
Yeah.
The coaches always want every call, though.
Yep.
38.2, Joe.
Interesting to see how this final 38.2 is going to play out, Stacy.
I got a feeling our snack play of the game may not have happened yet. It's going to be a play that stops the touchdown or a play that makes the touchdown. There's Dreer. Haygood right there. He's played himself quite a ball game, though. Had a big tackle early in the game, a couple of big runs. Nice catch right there. That was a big catch.
No question. That's a great throw, too, by Fuller. Just got to drop that thing in there. There were defenders in the area.
Yeah, because if they didn't get vertical right about then, the suspense is going to be out of this ball game. But they had to get on this side of the field to make it even interesting with 38 seconds and 1 timeout left, Joe. Southeastern Foundation, cross-pitch repair, first down. 4 wides in the formation. Almost jumped that time. The route almost jumped and caught. Javon Edwards had a beat on it.
He saw it coming all the way, Stacy. Just like early in the 3rd quarter, Isaiah Orey with the jump of the route, the 37-yard pick 6 for BC. Edwards had this one right in his sights. Watch this right here. He comes in on your picture right there. Just can't quite come up with it.
And with the height of Barry, if you're going to throw it to him at all on the sideline, just go ahead and let him go up and get it. Just make it a jump ball. But that's a quarterback. That's adrenaline. He saw him open. His eyes got big. So let's see what this next play. They're going to keep it in the air. Looking left. Now back to the other side. He has him wide open. If he'd have put it in front of him, he'd be still running. First down, Dreer. Tyler Teasdale, Southeastern Foundation, first down.
Coming in on the slant from the right. Boy, another good ball by Fuller. If he does throw it a little bit ahead of him.
He's still running.
Yep. And I'll see if they clock it right here. Looks like they're going to clock it. Yep. Clock it. Save a timeout. 25 seconds. Plenty of time. Now, if you put this in the end zone, if you're Corey Jenkins, what do you do? Do you roll the dice and go for the win, or do you extend the game?
You know, they always say on the road you go for the win, at home you extend the game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Either way.
Interesting.
Yeah, either way. That's a good point.
It would be interesting to see how that plays out.
That was a good play call, good route, good throw. Like I said, but if he throws it in front of him, he's running down Rosewood. First and 10, side of Palmetto Citizens Federal Credit Union, red zone. Looking left. In the end zone. Was it caught? Did he get his foot down? That may be an interception.
Ooh,
that
Stacy,
was close.
I don't know.
He might have got that. Edwards might have got that toe down.
Ooh.
That might have been.
The catch was certainly clean. Let's see. Okay, so we're hearing just out of bounds. This is close. Let's see.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he's out.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, he's
the voice in the ear is always right.
The eye in the sky, the voice in the ear.
Voice in the ear is
all over
right.
that one.
Absolutely. Producer extraordinaire, Kevin Pasternak.
Let's go, ladies. Keep going.
Great camera work, too.
Yes.
Oh,
man,
that
by the way,
shot.
yeah, great shot, guys.
Do a great job every week.
Every single week.
Timeout.
Okay, timeout was called right before the snap that time, and boy, we have drama.
Yes, we do. It's fun, isn't it?
It's very much fun. We needed this.
It's so much fun to do a close game down to the wire.
I wanted this for us. I want us, the whole crew, the whole record.
Gosh, Stacey, we finally got
with the whole record label and crew. I want everybody to get a close game. The staff, record label, and a crew.
The viewers at home,
man, everybody, man, the kids.
Yeah,
we've had some blowouts. I mean, last week been another one of them. I mean,
whenever Joe Cashin shows up on the scene, a blowout is sure to ensue.
They call him Blowout Joe.
Not tonight,
Not
folks.
tonight.
Not tonight.
Man. You're the guy. This has been the best game of the year, so we'll call Joe Wyman to be with me next week, and I'll call him. He'll be the blowout guy now because you brought us the most dramatic game of the year. That's Coach Sharpie, and he's fired up. Both these coaches were on game face mode when we talked to him earlier.
This is Friday the 13th, so crazy things happen. Weird things happen.
It is Friday. I hadn't thought about that all day.
Yeah, Friday the 13th, so here we go.
Second and 10. They're going to chance to go in the end zone a couple times here. Fuller's going. Oh, nice. Who batted that ball down? That was a good play call, but better defensive play.
Nick Matthews, the 6'6" defensive end, and he's able to get that because he's 6'6". They tried to sneak William Hayes out of the backfield and just kind of check it down to him and let him run. But watch the play here by Nick Matthews. Just gets a hand up there,
right there,
just enough to bat that ball.
Because he would have got maybe a first down, and if he make a man miss, more than that. But they have two plays, and they're going to call the timeout now. It's third down. It's fourth down. Okay, my graphic here said third. This is it. You got to call the timeout now then, okay.
Yep.
I was about to say, you got to call it at fourth down to talk about it.
Play of the game here, no doubt about it.
4th and 10. They can get a first down at the 6-yard line, Joe. This game's going down to the last 17 seconds. This has
it has. Yep.
Scoreboard clock says 17. Yeah, both says 17-7. 4th and 10. Yeah, that was a big job by Matthews right there. 6'6", tipping that ball. And
I'm like you, Stacy. I think William Hayes has room to run. And even if he doesn't get there, he's going to get out of bounds and likely would have a chance to get at least to the sticks, or not close enough to it.
Exactly, because they only need the 6-yard line for a first down. I think that was going to be, and that would have bought them. I mean, even though they got time for three plays maybe, but it changes your play calling from the 6-yard line, of course, 5-yard line, of course, then. Because actually, I'll tell you, not from where they are now, but Fuller keeping the ball has worked for them, but not at 4th and 10. They got to throw it right here. Will Young is back right inside the 2-yard line. Mr. Do Everything for Brookland Cayce. This may be the ball game right here, 4th and 10. Fuller. Too much traffic over there, and a flag. They're going to call a flag. It's going to be interference. Wow, a lot of contact over there, and I'll tell you who's not going to be happy. You want to take a guess who's not going to be happy with the call?
Who's not going to be happy with it?
Rusty Sharpie.
Rusty
Sharpie's not going to be
happy. See this again. This is kind of down in the corner where we have a tough.
Yes.
From where we are, this is kind of tough to us to see that corner.
Press box is not corner friendly from where we are. We have this monitor though. Look, we'll get a shot at it, I believe, but.
And that's smart if you're Dreer. Throw the ball in the end zone.
Yeah.
See if you can pick up a penalty. I mean, I thought BC had the thing well defended, but.
To the 8.
And this is going to give them 2 plays. 12 seconds.
Pass interference.
I think they have time easy for 2 plays, no question. And no, they don't. They have no timeout. So
I was about to say, if you could run it if you have time, you could run it one play if you have time.
Yeah, but
you
see, now you either have to go out of bounds or in the end zone. And you can't take a sack or anything like that. So
if the Brookland Cayce has a timeout, they may take it. They haven't yet. No timeout for anybody. Smith is in the backfield. He's been their runner. Fake it to Smith. Throw and tip. And again, another penalty.
Well, that ball was tipped. I think they want to call interference in the end zone, but that ball was tipped. And there shouldn't be, unless they call that. Oh, they're going to call holding. Okay, so they holding. So they call holding in the end zone now.
Okay. But either way, that 8.8 is key.
Yeah.
Either way, they only got a certain amount of points.
On a tip ball, you can't. Your
can't be
receiver's free game if the ball is tipped, which it was, but they call holding in the end zone. Boy, Rusty Sharpie is not.
No, he is going to be nonplussed.
Wow, he is.
Is the phrase fit to be tied?
Here you go. They're going to go fast.
Yeah. Shotgun snap coming up, and that may be the. There's no timeouts for anyone.
Neither team has any timeouts.
Yeah. So we're set for play 8.8, maybe 2 plays. And that's if you don't drag this first one out. And for the slant route right here. There it is. They go up top to the. Knocked away. They went to the big sophomore, and it's knocked away. Good defensive play that time by. There's no 6 on my roster. That's 6 right there. I can't. That's a 6. I don't have a 6 on my Brookland Cayce roster.
I don't either, Stacy. That's a shame, too.
That's a shame. They made a good play right there.
That's a great play. They threw the fade to the back left corner of the end zone, and they wanted big Caleb Berry back there, and the ball was right there. I mean, you can't throw it any better.
Yeah. Got a player down for Dreer.
I hate that we don't have that individual on our roster, because whoever that was made a heck of a defensive play. And we're down to 1 play this game.
Yeah, this ball game for 1 play, which is, dramatic.
Yep.
And we have number 70 down with the cramping. That's Caleb Mickens, who's played a solid game, another junior. And this has been hotly contested. Both teams have showed a lot of fortitude.
Yes, they have. Boy, it's fun one to call tonight,
It really has been a fun one. It really has. Dreer getting some foul instructions from defensive staff. Offensive staff right there. And the play calling has been really. I think both coaching staffs done a really good job.
I do too.
Getting the best out of their players.
Yep.
Because Dreer found a way to get some plays over the middle when that was, it looked like they weren't going to be able to execute. And then Brookland Cayce found a passing play after they've been running team all night at the right time. That's just good coaching as well. But Dreer, they've put Fuller in position. They moved the pocket. They've done a lot of things to get him to take advantage of his arm and even his legs a couple times. So that's just good job by both staffs.
That play took 4 seconds exactly. So.
Well,
you may get 2, more than likely 1.
And what I don't want to see is that clock be a controversy at the end of the game.
Yeah.
If it's 0.8, then somebody on Brookland Cayce will say it should have been gone off. And if it clicks down, somebody at Dreer is going to say the clock went too fast. I don't want that. And I want the players to decide that. I don't want either team to have a beef with the clock. It's done by a human. The clock is started by a human. So here we go, folks. This could very well be the ball game. Dreer looking to get within 1 with the touchdown. Going to throw the same pass to the other side right there, and caught. Touchdown, Dreer. The sophomore Berry strike up the Dreer Blue Devil fight song. South University touchdown, and 1 extra point away, Joe, from a tie ball game in overtime. And it took 4 seconds. As you look, that play took 4.1 seconds.
They went fade left with Berry. It got broken up. They went fade right with Berry. He catches it for the touchdown, and now here comes your point after, which is the most important play of the game coming up right here.
Gustavo Zamora, number 30. Snap, hold good. Straight down Main Street. Dead solid, perfect. Hands to the sky. We have a new ball game with 0.7 seconds left to play. Dreer has fought back yet again.
Unbelievable.
It's a flag down. It's a flag down, Joe, on the extra point. And by the body language of the teams, it's not on Dreer. Coach Sharp he's almost halfway on the field right now. He wants some explanations. Unsportsmanlike conduct was the call.
And how about that, Stacy? 91-yard drive with 1:11 on the clock, and they used all but 7 jets to get it done. Unbelievable. How about a gutsy drive by Dreer to tie this thing? And it looks like, barring some, well, I did say it is Friday the 13th, but barring some sort of craziness on the last 7/10 of a second here, we're going to get some free football out of
Absolutely. I thought we were going to have the benediction time a couple times
for
Dreer. They just refused to let church out tonight.
I thought so too.
That's like the preacher said, they're going to keep you long. They're keeping us a long time.
It's this here. He just
beautiful.
Great fade ball right here, and he's going up.
Well defended.
One-on-one, and it's well defended. I mean, I don't think that's bad coverage by Isaiah Ori, who had the pick six earlier in the second half. He's got BC a 3-score lead again, but he just gets, didn't quite get turned around. And Caleb Berry, who Corey Jenkins talked about, just a sophomore.
He's going to be a star.
Absolutely.
He's going to be a star. Jenkins and staff out there talking about it right now. And Will do great opportunity to school kickoff. We got a lot of kickoffs in this ball game. We'll do great getting their money's worth. I appreciate the sponsorship. For over 100 years, they've been helping students build a better future. We'll do great opportunity school. Celebration on the Dreer sideline and consternation on the BC sideline. How's that? Consternation? Pretty good?
That's pretty good.
There you go. Yes. Well, James got the hat backwards now. He's turned the hat around. Frankie Beverly playing on the system here. It's a good time. It's a party. 1000 South Holly Drive, downtown Columbia, South Carolina, Memorial Stadium. One of the oldest stadiums in the state of South Carolina.
What a wacky second half this has been.
It has been a time, my man. It has been a time. And I'm just glad, Joe, I'm glad you got to be here for this one.
Me too. Me too.
It's been a thing. You was starting to take it personally.
I was. It kind of hurt my feelings a little bit.
1000 South Holly Street. Make sure I don't get that wrong. Not drive. 1000 South Holly Street. The newly renovated, 5 years ago, renovated Memorial Stadium. Kicking off because of that personal foul, a sportsmanlike conduct penalty. They was kicking off from the 45-yard line and 0.7. So, let's go Sharpie. He's going to take a knee, I guess, maybe?
I would assume so.
Or just air it out. And we go into the Kansas City shootout. Is that the motif for overtime? And
that's what it is.
Just for those that don't know, that's what they do in college football now, pretty much, the 25-yard line. At one point, was it the 10-yard line in high school? I don't remember. Some like years ago. But
high school, it used to be, and we talked about this.
Yes, last year.
It used to be the penetration over time, where you just take the ball and see how far you can drive it, and the team that has the longest drive wins.
That was the wackest way to do it.
Yeah.
They're taking a knee. And here we go. We have a new ball game. I don't have anywhere to go. My homecoming tailgate begins at noon tomorrow, so as long as I can get out of here by – my radio show is at 10, though, so we got about 10. I need to be out here by 10 tomorrow morning. Be good.
I'm going to stay here for this.
So, of course, we're staying right here with them as we transition over to the
overtime. Obviously, if you win the toss, you want to – typically you'll take defense first because you want to see what it is you have to do. And that, that opens up the playbook for you and you get the ball back.
So you know how to attack the scoreboard and the line of scrimmage and all that good stuff. So, but again, I keep saying I'm interested, but I've been fascinated this whole ball game with both coaches out of halftime came out and said the things that coaches say and all that, but they didn't just talk about it. They showed it. We saw differences. We saw them. Look how Dreer tightened up against Will Young. I'm sure he got tired with some of that. He got a little fatigued, but they did a great job in the second half compared to the first half with him. That was an adjustment.
Absolutely. Well, they said, you know what, he's not going to beat us by himself. We're going to do everything we can to slow him down, not stop him, because we're not going to be able to stop him completely, but just slow him down to where we can slow that offense down. That's what Dreer was thinking, and that's exactly what they did.
Exactly. Sharpie came out, and they played, in a lot of ways, a cleaner half.
We're going to switch and go,
But they.
Right, he gets a choice again. All right.
So they're going to do another coin toss. Croxton and Mauer's out there. Mauer. Brookland Cayce has Cayce won the toss, it looks like.
Yep, and they'll take defense first, and Dreer will pick the end of the field.
Yes, and they're going to. Yeah, so Dreer will attack right to left, which is just how they just ended the game with the tying score, right to left.
We've seen a little bit of everything tonight. Big plays, turnovers for touchdowns, scoop and score, big runs. We've seen hot dogs get run over on the sideline.
All that, which made me hungry a while ago. I was hungry a while ago.
Yeah, you know, our old Sonic dog, I mean, he took one on the chin, but it's going to be okay. I mean, we've seen a little bit of everything in this one. So now why not some overtime, too?
Without question. 35 all. 5 touchdowns apiece in the ball game.
Mm-hmm. Big comeback for Dreer tonight, down 3 scores, not once but twice.
Man,
we got Rusty Sharpies. Yeah.
So
Rusty Sharpie's big old play sheet over there.
Yeah, man.
See the future on.
He leaned up against it. He's using it as almost like a cane.
I think so.
A
little bit of everything.
So here we go. The ball's at the. So the ball is at the 10-yard line.
Yep.
Smith is the running back now. They're going to try to be bullish right here. The ball's on the ground, and Smith picks it up. And he dropped it again. That may be huge. That you don't want it. That now, if you Dreer, that would be a heartbreaking way to let it go. They dropped it twice on that play.
Now each team gets a possession here, so.
Smith looks to be hurt too.
Yeah, each team gets a possession, but if they hadn't recovered that,
I'm just saying. I thought he was going to get up, and I thought he was frustrated, but no, he's really hurt.
Yeah, so no matter what happens, but had Dreer turned that ball over, then they're off the field, and all BC has to do is literally kick a field goal, and the game is over. Or they have a short field just to try to work Will Young into the end zone. So no matter what happens here, BC will get a shot at it.
Tough kid. We've seen this kid play both ways, Joe.
Yeah, he's giving his all tonight.
And I kept thinking, I said, maybe he's tired, maybe he's just frustrated, but no, seems to be in a lot of pain. And that's big because they were definitely going to muscle up and run him.
Yeah.
You know, with a fresh set of downs, the clock not really been affected now. That's a guy. They've gotten behind and gotten 6-7 yards of carry. This changes your approach if you're Dreer. And on that particular play, good job by Brookland Cayce. They almost got a fumble to, as you said, that would have totally shifted and ended this thing early.
Yeah, that would have been a killer.
And for a kid like Smith to be down like that, you got to figure it was something. But when they dropped that ball, did it land awkward or somebody landed on him maybe? And he's getting up now in his own power.
That's good to see.
Yeah, and he's a little gimp. So the way he got up, he may be back. But
he may have landed on the football too. Kind of had some air knocked out of him, which happens.
So key players, William Hayes, number 1, the quick back, he's getting on the edge. Croxton, 14, is going to be at the top of your screen on the wide shot. Number 14, he's got a touchdown pass. He's been a target. The guy who made the big game time touchdown was Caleb Berry, 13. He's on your bottom of your screen. And
I'm going to him too, Stacy. I'm going to throw a fade to him at some point in this sequence.
Dreer now got to focus because they look like there's going to be a pre-snap penalty, illegal procedure.
See, if you're Dreer, you don't want to. The worst thing that can happen is to try to kick a field goal. You got to try to get. You got to get some points of some sort out of this,
and that's
if you can.
Winning the toss is good. You mentioned that you want to see if you're Brookland Cayce and you stop them or hold them to a field goal or nothing.
Yeah.
Catbird seat.
Mm-hmm.
And now the ball's at the 19-yard line. So, 3 downs or 2 downs to get to the end zone or kick. 4 wides in the formation. Croxton again in the slot. He and Berry both on the same side. They're going to look that way. And nowhere to go. The ball's out. The ball's almost fumbled. Get sloppy with the ball. Good recovery by 51. T.J. Blakely, the junior. Dreer's got to maintain their poise. It's going to be 3rd and 26.
This is just disaster here in these first couple of plays for Dreer.
Now a field goal becomes a good option.
Well, I don't.
Better than nothing.
Well, I mean, line of scrimmage is the 27. You're looking at a 44-yarder.
No,
Zamora has that leg, but I mean, yeah.
So you get half of it. You have half of it back.
Yeah, get at least some of this back.
That's your best option right now. I mean, the touchdown's not under the question, but you got 2 downs if you're going for a touchdown here. They're going for it right here, and it might have been picked.
It was.
That's a good job defensive. Let's get a number. That was a heck of a defensive play. Teasdale. Is that Teasdale again? Check that number.
He just goes deep in the end zone right here. Just tries for the downs right here.
Isaiah O'Ree.
Isaiah O'Ree with his second pick tonight. Second one here in the second half. He had one for the pick six early in the third quarter, and then he comes up with a huge one right here in overtime. Well, credit the BC defense for coming alive here in this overtime. They got pushed down the field at the end of regulation. Had a couple of tough penalties against them as they watched Dreer tie the game, and well, they came up huge here in this overtime. And let's see how Rusty Sharpie plays this thing now. I don't know how many plays from scrimmage they're going to run. They've got a really good kicker out there, but a lot of times coaches say, you know what, we want to stick this in the end zone.
They don't get the ball to Will Young a couple times and take the kick out of it.
Yeah, I think so too.
And he gives it to Shrine Bowler behind two linemen. He has two big linemen in front of him. He's going to run that side, and they shot the gap, and they just gambled on that and sold out. And he got inside the 1 yard line or inside the 2 yard line on that. That's a lot. They sold out on that and crashed the middle and open. The outside was wide open. The game is right there for BC to win, and again, hard for both of these teams. Brookland Cayce has survived punches, counter punches.
This has been like a championship fight tonight.
It really has been.
Two evenly matched teams going at it, neither one of them giving in.
Classic game. And they're going to lean right now.
I don't think he got there.
Nope.
It'll be third down.
Sox. They're trying to surprise him, I guess. Letting Young rest the play before he tries to walk in this next play. 3rd and a yard.
What's that play that the Eagles run with Jalen Hurts and put them two guys right in?
The tush push.
There you go.
The tush push. The Bearcat scratch. This might be a walk-off. Could be a walk-off touchdown right here. They're going to sell out. And there's a walk-off touchdown. Brookland Cayce. Strike up the Brookland Cayce fight song. It is a victory for the Bearcats. What a ball game. What a game. What a play.
4th touchdown tonight. Will Young just give it to him. They clear out some space. All he has to do is dive to pay dirt. And a big win tonight for Rusty Sharpie and his Brookland Cayce Bearcats. They survive in overtime.
41-35. What a ball game. That's just great football and toughness by Will Young and that Brookland Cayce football team to keep responding to the response. Dreer responded like they should,
did.
But Brookland Cayce responded to the response. We'll step away and come back and put the finishing touches on a classic game here from Memorial Stadium. 41-35 on FNR Game of the Week. What a game.
Wake up with a national desk.
A network of nearly 4,000 local journalists cover America's news now.
Plus, get local headlines and weather updates every hour to keep you informed.
Choose America's news now. Each weekday morning from the National Desk.
Weekday mornings on Watch Fox. Get your local breaking news, traffic, and weather updates for your evening with Friendly Clairvaux. Weekdays on Watch Fox News at 5. Local first.
Friday Night Rivals Trophies and Awards are brought to you by Northeast Trophies and Awards, supplying the Midlands trophies since 1976.
If your roof has experienced the wrath of Mother Nature's high winds and rain, Crosby Roofing in Columbia has your home covered. Before, during, and after a storm, trust Crosby Roofing to work with your insurance company to repair and restore your home's exterior. Notice a leaking roof or damage after a storm? Timing is important, so call or visit our website to schedule a free inspection.
Crosby Roofing and Gutters. Quality you can look up to.
Self-care often reminds us to nurture our physical and mental well-being. But what about financial self-care? When we cultivate positive money habits and plan for our future, we quite literally invest in ourselves. On this edition of Money Watch, we'll give you tips on how you can start practicing financial self-care right now, like tackling your debt and growing your financial literacy. Tune into this month's Money Watch to hear more, or visit Money Watch under the Features tab on Watch.com.
Friday Night Rivals Trophies and Awards are brought to you by Northeast Trophies and Awards, supplying the Midlands trophies since 1976.
Welcome back to the aftermath of a classic game. Brookland Cayce in overtime, 41-35 over Dreer. And what a matchup here. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin up in the booth. And we're going to tell you a little bit about our Atkins Law Firm player of the game. And it is Will Young. Talk about him, Joe.
No surprise here tonight, Stacey. 4 touchdowns. Here was the first one of the ball game. He sprints in 18 yards out, just puts a foot in the ground into the end zone. 4 scores tonight. You'll see another one right here. So he just kind of almost won another one right there, but was able to tightrope down the boundary. He's into the end zone, and then was a big 60-yard run right here. Gets into the second level. Watch those legs. He's just churning it out. Great play by Dreer right here to be able to chase this down, but he's able to score on the next play after that. And then how about this big 4th down conversion? That might have been the play of the game before the one that we're fixing to watch. He won it in overtime with a touchdown. That 4th down conversion was a huge play for BC.
Atkins Law Firm player of the game. Now Snack Nutrition, State Nutrition Action Coalition play of the game, and it's the play you just talked about. Overtime. Snack Coalition.
And we go to overtime, tied at 35. Dreer gets stopped on their possession with the interception. BC takes over. What do? You give it to number 1, his 4th touchdown of the night, and this is the game winner, 41-35.
State Nutrition, creating healthy eating choices for today's South Carolina kids. Let's go down to the field with a victorious Coach Rusty Sharpie and the Brookland Cayce Bearcats. Coach Sharpie, congratulations, and talk about your team, the fortitude they showed to keep fighting back after they got counterpunched.
Yeah, thank you. We pulled it out at the end. Wasn't very pleased with our effort. We're a much better team than we showed tonight, but hats off to Dreer and their coaching staff. They did a good job. They were prepared. It's been a tough week or two. You know, we've had some tragedy over here, and a couple of our guys have, without going into it too much, our kids have had to deal with a lot. But thank you very much. We're very fortunate to win.
And we keep your team and your staff and your faculty and your students over there in our prayers, Coach. And for fortitude to show, fighting through all of that to get a win tonight. We got a trophy for you, Coach. Share that trophy with your team, sir, and y'all go ahead and celebrate for us on our airwaves. Thank you so much for a job well done tonight.
Thank y'all. Thank you for all you do. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. Coach Rusty Sharpie and a victorious bunch of Brookland Cayce Bearcats tonight. They've been through a lot. They went through some tragedy, and they fought back tonight through adversity, and congratulations to them for a job well done. And they head back to Cayce, South Carolina with a victory. They go to 3-0 in the region, and you see them praying their way out of here at the conclusion before they board the buses. I want to thank some of our promotion considerations. Sonic, of course, our title sponsor. Crosby Roofing, Southeastern Foundation, Atkins Law Firm, South University, SC Department of Corrections, Columbia Police Department. I also want to thank Palmetto Citizens Federal Credit Union, Steve Patchett Honda of Lake Murray, Lexington Medical Center, Sound and Images, Palmetto Pride, Will Lou Gray Opportunity School, Thornwell. I also want to thank Northeast Trophy and Awards, Stewart Law Offices, South Carolina State Nutrition Action Coalition. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Joe Cashin, K-Paz, and outstanding crew in the truck, my name is Stacey Huff. Let you know we'll be at Batesburg, Leesville, at Pillion next week in another Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, Friday, October 20th. Check your local listings. We can't wait to see you there. Buckle up for safety. Enjoy your weekend. My name is Stacey Huff. Have a great week, and thanks again for watching the Sonic FNR Game of the Week. Good night, everybody.
With the Sonic 2 for $7 deal, you can choose from 3 delicious favorites for only $7. A Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, or a foot-long chili cheese coney. It might be the greatest pairing since cherry and limeade. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
Watch Fox Sports Zone. More sports coverage than anyone else in the Midlands.
Our Sportscast is the only nightly 30-minute show dedicated to sports right here